What's up, guys? Welcome back to the XV Pod. I'm Chris Hinckley, and this is...
Weston Ritchie.
Who's
and we
this
got
guy
a
today?
special cat over here. Al Herrera, leadership coach, best friend, mentor. Honestly, he's like our dad, but much more.
Dad, but younger.
But also a friend.
Also a big brother.
A big brother
I
at the
prefer
same
big
time.
brother.
I like the big brother term.
I mean, because, I'm not 1 foot in
You're
the
not
grave
dad.
just yet.
You're not dad.
Father figure?
That's what I mean. Like
Father
you've-
figure, yeah.
When you think about life and you think about the people around it, you've definitely impacted us, influenced us in the great direction, but also helped us figure it out on our own.
Yeah.
Which I think is it's a very, very, very rare quality. Usually, like my dad's friend's Wes, for example, like he's always just telling me what to do versus listening.
Right.
Versus you're really good at asking questions and helping us figure it out on our own.
Yeah.
So very appreciative of you, bro. We could talk about you all
Yes.
day, which we are going to.
Love you guys.
Al
My
or
boys.
Chris, what is your favorite thing about Al?
I just love the energy he brings. Like, whether you're having a bad day or not, he's going to do his best to not let you have a bad day. And every time we hop on a call or we meet up in person, it's just like good energy. And you don't get that from everyone, or at least like genuine good energy.
Yeah.
And I feel like I get that from you.
He's
What about you?
always, you always show up. You know what I mean? I think my favorite thing, man, is like, no matter what's going on, I can call you and you're going to give me a positive perspective of something that's not so positive. And I've never had that much in my life, you know? So I'm very grateful for that. And you've shown us really what family and true friends are, man, to be honest. So we appreciate you.
Well, I love you
this,
guys.
This
That's for
might
sure.
actually be my favorite thing. You call us on our bullshit. Like, because you know it. You know us at this point, and you know,
That's
like,
right.
we can really sell the bullshit sometimes. And I was like, no.
Right.
He's like, you guys are off right now.
Well, so one of the things, too, like, thank you guys. It's humbling to be, watching you guys grow, like, unbelievably in your space. But also, too, man, like, I think just being around you, you actually want to grow. And a lot of people say they want to grow, but actually don't want to. Like when it comes down to being called on your BS or whatever it is, you get offended and you don't want to expose. And it's a lot of vulnerability during the coaching sessions. So one of the things that strikes me about you guys is you're not scared. You go at the fears, you go at the challenges, and this doesn't break you down when I call you on whatever it is, and vice versa. And you're pressing me a lot of times too. So what y'all don't know is I'm growing a lot just by being around you. And that's the benefit for me is I love coaching people they're on a vibe of growth. And that's what you guys do.
I think me and Chris talked about this recently, but like, when do people actually change?
Man.
And for us, we kind of identified like, for people to change, they either have to lose themselves or lose someone. And now we're in a different phase of our life where discipline has overruled that. We don't have to have pain to change anymore.
That's right.
We have to have accountability.
Yeah.
It's like a big reason why you're our leadership coach is you're going to call us out on our shit because you know we're supposed to grow and you know we have something better in the books, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So
That's
like,
it.
Chris, how do you feel Al has really changed your life or added value to your life?
I think it's the consistency, right? Like, we get really busy and caught up in life, business, and everything in between. And, 2 weeks go by really fast.
Yeah, man.
A month goes by really fast when we have our calls. And, like, you're just constantly in there, like, just being a positive influence in our life, regardless if, like, we're hiring you as a coach or just there as a friend. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, Al's there to support us.
Yeah, that's it.
And we see that, and it's consistent. And that means the most to me because I'm, like, an extremely loyal person.
Yeah.
So when I see that loyalty, man, it's just like, there's not many people like it.
Yeah.
It's very rare these days.
Nah, I appreciate it. I think but it goes both ways. Like, I know that it's reciprocated.
Yeah.
So I know you guys are always thinking about, man, like, how's Al doing? Because y'all check on me as well, which doesn't normally happen in this type of relationship. It's a coaching relationship typically goes from here down. And what you guys do is you check on me too. And like, this is a life thing for me. This is not a season. And one of the things I love about y'all is, hey, whenever you're done, when I don't add value to you, you're done. But ultimately, I'm in your life, like for life. So that's the difference, I think. And
I don't think we'll ever be done, Al. I think it's just how do we all grow together, right?
Mhm.
The buffet just needs to extend.
yeah, that's right.
But it depends on the power of people.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what we need. We don't
Yeah.
need a bunch of other things. We just need the right people at the right dinner
Yep.
and kind of just see where it goes because not only have you thrown us, opportunities,
Yeah.
we want to be able to give that back to
That's
you
right.
in spaces
That's
because
right.
you've taught us that, you know, and you've taught us people over paychecks. And I
Yeah.
just think, you know, it's crazy. Like if we really think about it, me and you going to lunch
Yeah.
randomly, right?
That's
Like
right.
we met at somebody that, well, I guess I can't really talk about that too much, but we met at a shoot that,
Yeah.
you know, now we look here and it's like, what all has happened since that
then.
shoot?
Right.
You know, like what have you seen, Al?
Well, for me, I don't think there's any coincidences, right? I always know God has a plan for every situation. And so when you say yes to something, which in that situation, I said yes to stepping in and you guys were videoing. When I saw y'all, I was like, man, these guys, for number one trait that I saw to y'all, hustlers. Hustler. Like y'all were hustling like crazy. You were about your business.
What was the first thing that came to your mind when you saw us working on set?
Two things. One, different. So you were not like everybody
How?
else. So your vibe, right? Like y'all looked a certain way that was like cool, but comfortable with who you were. You weren't trying to be someone you weren't, which I love authenticity,
Authenticity, yeah.
which to me, you know, truth speaks the fastest and it vibrates the fastest. So when I see real people, that's who I want to be around. And so I knew that right away. And then y'all were meticulous, man. Y'all were like, that's not good enough. Let's do it again. And I'm like, wow. Like, I don't always see that. You see people just do things and it's like, that's as good as it's going to get.
Right, yeah.
Where y'all just kept going and changing the shot, making us redo it. And I mean, it was just pretty cool to watch. But also, too, like one of the things that you did was you actually engaged the people that were there. And Chris was observing and watching and paying attention to what you were asking. People were responding and you were paying attention to it.
Yeah.
So there was something about a connection that
Right.
I saw in y'all that I don't see in most people.
We were tapped in, right? We were locked in.
For sure.
We were
For
present.
sure.
I
You're
feel
there.
like.
You're there. You know it's all about that. You weren't fumbling with 32 other things.
Yeah.
But so what, from y'all's perspective, like what is it about? Because you do tons of shoots. You guys video lots of individuals, high profile individuals, people that are normal. What is it about the shoot that excites y'all, aside from the work, from the art?
Chris, I know what you're going to say, but I want you to go first.
I think there's a lot of things that we love about it, but I think the biggest thing that I've always been attracted to is that feeling you get when you take an idea and you actually create it and exceed the expectations of it from the person who wanted to bring this alive.
Yes.
And helping deliver that and actually
So
delivering
good.
that is like the best feeling in the world. And to see their reaction of like
Wow.
eyes wide open, oh my gosh, like maybe some other words.
That's cool.
It's just it's really cool. Like it gives you tingles on your
Oh
skin.
yeah.
Like
That's
it's
awesome.
yeah. I mean
That's
that's
great.
the best part to me.
How about you, Wes?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to tie right to that as well. I think it's also being able to do something that people can't see, and then we deliver it, like he's saying.
Yeah.
Like,
So good.
and I think tying back to that is, you know, be the copy, not the paste. A lot of people can get in there and do a specific thing and be told exactly what to do, but we want to take it beyond that. We want to innovate an idea to make it even better so that when they do see the video, they're like, this wasn't even my expectation. This is past my expectation of how did you guys even do this? Right. And then I think it goes back to Chris. It's like Chris is fascinated by challenge. And so I think when there's a challenge in front of him, it just makes him want to dive in and make it the best that it can be.
Love it.
And I love that about Chris. Like, Chris, are we going to be able to do this? And Chris is in his head being logical because that's who he is. But
no, Weston's over there on the site that we're filming. He's pitching new ideas, all this creative masking stuff, and I'm over here like, bro, the shoe was hard enough, and like now they're sold on this. Like, who wouldn't be sold on this? And it's like,
yes.
But I love that too, right? Because that's what kept us going and becoming better, and like
I think that adds to our aura.
It's the
though.
push
like
we need.
Our aura of being able to do something most people can't. That excites the shit out of me.
Yeah. That's good.
Like I love that.
Yeah.
Like you can try to replicate all you want, but like we're the spark, not the fire.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna create something you've probably never seen, and that's the challenge and excitement on the video production side.
That's really cool. So there's a common theme that you guys both have that it's funny. I put it together. So you see more than the people see themselves in whatever it is they're creating. That's exactly the same thing I do with people.
Right.
Like I'm thinking about, I see you and I see more. And I see more than you can see. So the faith piece of it is like I have more belief in people than they have in themselves a lot of times.
Of course.
And so pushing them to a limit, but I think that's the common denominator amongst all of us is like you see a vision for someone that they do not see at all. which is crazy.
That's something I feel like, I mean, I know you have that. That's something I'm like, if I was talking about this to somebody today, actually, is like, I feel like we can see and unlock people's potential.
Unlock.
But I think the factor of it behind it is, are they willing to risk and put the effort behind it?
Yeah, that's
Like
where
I
you
can
lose me
see where people can
sometimes.
be in a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. I can see where they could be if they were to put the same effort, the same risk that we put into it. But that separates the 9 to 5s to the 24/7s.
Right. That's right.
Well, I think.
Well, and the consistency too.
Get
Bro,
that
I just
bug, dude.
Oh no.
Flick it
Oh
off.
no.
Hey,
Oh no. I'm done.
we got friends here, bro.
Jeez.
And we're doing it in the wild. This is how it goes
June
down.
bugging.
Yeah. I wonder what this looks like. Camera. There's bugs flying around.
No, that's cool. So if y'all had to sum up like your journey so far in this industry, because this is an industry, actually y'all have created a separate industry within an industry, but what would you how would you sum it up? Like for you, if you're trying to explain it to someone,
Exclusive as a whole or exclusive productions?
let's talk about exclusive as a whole.
Chris, what's our slogan for exclusive?
It's not a brand. It's a movement.
As well as everything exclusive? Or what is it again? I just went blank.
It's exclusive everything or everything exclusive.
What does that mean to you, Chris? Let's talk. How do you feel about that first?
Well, I didn't come up with it, and I'm still actually trying to ponder like what that really means.
Talk about your slogan you came up with first. It's not a brand.
It's
a
not a
movement.
brand. It's a movement.
What does that
I
mean to
mean,
you?
that slogan came out in like pure conversation. I think we were at our old apartment, like our 2-bedroom apartment at the time, and we were just talking, and it was like exclusive isn't a brand. Like it's a movement, right? We're not just video guys. Like we don't just make videos and photos. Like we make shit cool. We are cool. We love what we do, and we bring up everyone around us that comes in our lives.
Yeah.
And that's the movement, right?
That's
It's
right.
not a brand.
That's
It's bigger
right.
than that. Because if
Yeah.
it was just a brand, we would not be here today.
That's right.
It's
I
bigger
love
than that.
I love it, man.
Well, I think it just goes back to people. Is like, how can someone follow people that they don't believe in? If
Yeah.
people see us and they can see the potential where we're going, that excites them back to hope and
right.
belief that they can do something. And that's what I feel like we've really pushed into is like, look, we're going to be the best human beings we can be. We're going
Belief.
to push
Yeah.
limits. We're limitless. We're going to
Belief.
push our mental. We're going to push our physical. And you know what we're really going to push? We're going to push the entrepreneur side of things.
Yeah.
Like, dude, we have 8 companies. It's an ecosystem around exclusive. Like, exclusive everything or everything exclusive. To me, we're going to continue to move in a space where we always scale the things that we're passionate and interested in. If people, I feel like, would just chase the thing that they're passionate about, it'll develop their purpose versus paycheck, and they'll truly be happy with what they're doing.
Yes.
Like if I die
So
tomorrow
good.
chasing the things that we enjoy doing, I did what I'm
Fulfilled.
supposed to do,
Fulfilled.
right? And that's a huge thing that we see in the industry that we're in is like all these people have all this financial success or all these different things, but are they fulfilled? No.
Most times they're not.
And you know this more than anyone.
That's right. Absolutely.
You know, and that's what you pitch back to us is like pour into people
Yeah.
and watch them do their
Yeah,
thing.
that's right. It's always about adding value to people, and that's one of the things that I see you guys do so well is you're giving so much value to anybody you come in contact with that they're not even thinking about.
So do you know why I do that? I'm going to ask you a question. You played baseball, right?
Mhm.
In high school, college, right?
Both.
You
I was
played
average
4
in
years in college, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're a freshman. Who was the senior that you watched? Who was the guy that you're like, I gotta get that work ethic. I gotta. What's his name?
Erasmo Velasquez.
Does he know that?
No.
My point exactly. The way that Chris walks around, the way that Chris carries himself, the way that Chris does everything, even though he's not speaking, he has people watching him. And he's showing belief, he's showing impact, he's
right.
doing things.
That's right.
Because like Adam Dingwell was a guy that he has no idea. I don't have his phone number. He don't even probably know my name. I watched him hustle in basketball practice, and his main sport was football. And I'm like, that guy's a dog.
Right.
If he does that in effort and something he doesn't even care about, that's what I'm going to steal from him.
Right. Love it.
That's
Love
where
it.
I like, when I saw that, I'm like, so now when I see people, I'm like, people are watching.
That's right. 100%.
And so we have to lead in an example that's not just, hey, I'm really good at business. I want to be good at business. I want to be good at our physical health. I want to be good at our mental health and help people build their dream and turn it into a reality.
Love it.
That's what we want to do.
So good. You're doing a good job of it too. Like I'm watching the tribe that you're bringing that is coming to you, that you're attracting, and it's their belief is going up in themselves. Even the workouts here, with XV Fit, you're seeing it. Like people just walk away. It's almost like the statement of leave something better than when you found it. Y'all
Mhm.
are doing that with people as well, which is something that I attempt to do as well.
Well, and they're doing that to us.
Yeah.
Like, Al, you're such a great person at giving. No matter, I mean, even when you don't have anything in your cup, bro, you're still gonna try to give.
Oh yeah.
But do you feel like, and I know you said that we do this, we consider you a strong friend, Al.
Mhm.
Check on your strong friends.
Yeah, that's right.
What you give is also what you want to receive as human beings.
Yep. 100%.
Do you feel like a lot of people check on you?
Strong no. That's a strong no, but it also might be my fault, to be honest, because when you show up for so many people, they don't know how to show up for you, to be quite honest. Like, it's like, man, they're fine. They're always good. I don't need to check on them. So to answer your question, it's a no, but it's also partly my fault, which is a gap for me. Like, showing vulnerability to people actually helps, which is why when I speak, I talk about like the honest things that have happened in my life so that people can know, hey, that guy's real. Like, he's not always roses.
Right.
So that to answer your question, it's no. But
Well,
I think part of it is my own doing.
but Al, how do you hold that calmness and control of emotion? Like, because we've been around you a while now, and I know the deeps and darknesses,
Yeah.
right? But you still show a light.
Yeah.
What would you say you give back to people that are listening to this that maybe need to learn how to control those emotions
Sure.
and continue to do that? Like, what is something that is
Yeah.
your safe place to do?
Yeah. So, well, the first question, let me just focus on that. Like, my relationship with Christ changed everything. Like, it really did. It transformed me at, 27 years old. So when it boils down to it, now that I've been through what I've been through in my life, like, I know he has a plan for me, and it's going to include some of the stupid stuff that I've done on my own. So that's number one. And then once I started to learn emotional intelligence, I started to focus on it and grow in that. So how do you manage self? First, you got to become self-aware. And most people, to be honest, don't care to be self-aware.
Can I hop in?
Yeah.
How do you handle people? Because you're in a very extreme, high level of emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
How do you handle people that aren't willing, one, to grow in that space, or two, won't even look at that direction? Do you even associate yourself with those people?
So you always got to know that you can't expect everybody to be where you're at with what you know and what you've learned. So experiences have taught me that, but also too, like reading, understanding, and taking assessments on myself. Not everybody's taking that personal growth journey, so I give lots of grace early, but then once I present it, I hold my hands open and I let people fall away. Like, I'm not going to force you. Now, that's something that I did for the longest time, was try to force you to grow.
Right.
And it's my personality. My personality is I want it for you. But I can't drag you.
Is this a personal or work that you're
Both.
talking about,
It's
or both?
both.
Because I think they're two different things, right?
So,
Well, explain it. 'Cause
yeah.
I'm
So
here.
like with work, like if someone pays you to coach them, like you have to push them, right?
True.
Right.
That's true. I
And
have
then
to
you can
push
cut
them.
them off at a certain point.
Yep.
But
I've fired clients
yeah,
before.
and you talk about that before, firing your clients. That's
Yeah.
my favorite term you
Yeah,
use.
man.
But no, it's just I think in personal life, right? Like you don't have to be there for anyone because there's no obligation, right?
That's exactly right.
And so I think that's a bigger question for me is like in your personal life, do you still try and help those people in the same way?
Yeah. Yeah. The interesting thing about helping, that's the all of our mindsets are very similar to that. Not everybody wants my help. So
Well,
that's number one.
they need
Well,
it.
So
They need it.
everybody wants help at the end of the day, though.
Well, do they want it from me? So just
Fair.
just for clarity's sake, it's like there's a statement that I heard that I think about is, and my wife actually is my best teacher. Honest, like, does she want me to hear her? Does she want me to hug her, or does she want me to help her?
Right.
And most times my wife does not want my help. She's not coming to me for help. She needs hugs. She needs me to hear. But I always think, why are you telling me if you're not trying to grow? And that's a wrong lens.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that I've gotten better at personally, because I'm wired to help, but not everybody's coming. They could go to someone else. They can go to y'all for help. Like Anna would receive something from y'all, probably better than she would for me, and we might be saying the same things. So the relationship has a lot to do with it.
Well, that's kind of what I was saying. Like, you go through a phase where you either lose someone or lose yourself, and that's when you have your healing journey of, I can't keep going down this cycle. But hearing somebody and giving them a solution, is it the fact that they don't want the accountability aspect of that? Because I think, like Chris, I can say, hey, Chris has gone through pain. He knows he wants to change. He's ready for that. If I'm like, hey, Chris, I really need you to work on this. It's going to elevate you. He's going to not only step back and not get defense, he's going to go, Weston loves me. He sees something I don't see. You can't read the label if you're inside the jar.
That's right.
And he's going to put discipline in his life in order to make those changes. And like, when we really think about the circles we're in, usually now we're in the circles where those people have already done that process,
Right.
and now are willing to scale their mental, everything.
Yep.
And I think it's just really hard at this point in our life to be down in a certain level
Sure.
for people that aren't willing to change unless they have to go through pain.
That's it. No, I agree with you, but it is a decision that people have to make to change. A lot of people say they want to change and grow, but they're not willing to put in the work or face themselves. And a lot of that has to do with identity.
It's honesty
Yeah, it's honesty.
with yourself.
Looking in the mirror.
Well, and the identity, like some people's identity in general,
It's false.
it's too insecure. I'm too insecure to receive what you're saying because I already think terribly about myself. Now you're pointing out one more thing. Now I really don't want to face that
Right.
because I
Especially-
can't even face where I'm at now.
Especially the person that knows you the most.
For sure, 100%.
Like when I got cold and when I would shut down, it wasn't the fact of what happened. It was the fact that this person had to see me at my lowest,
Yes.
and I was too afraid to face the fear that you actually know me.
And they see everything.
That's where I was getting guilty. That's
Yeah.
where I'm like, gosh dang, like that's me, not
Yeah,
you.
right.
I got to look in the mirror and
That's it.
realize I hate myself. I don't hate you.
That's right.
I hate what I have to see.
Yep. And the piece that you're talking about, you do have to love yourself enough to be willing to change and receive it from people.
How do you feel like how do you help people learn how to love themselves? Especially
Man.
when they're in so much pain.
Yeah. Ooh, that's good, man. That's a really good question. I think like people understanding who they are.
But how do you know that? Like, there's so many phases
talk-
in my life where I
yeah.
didn't love myself.
Sure.
How did I start learning to love myself?
So it's different for everybody. I'd say for me as a coach, the more I get into people, I understand where the gaps are, but it does start with what they believe about themselves and finding out what that is. Like, who do you think you are? And when they start to divulge that or where they place their value, like we all played sports. I got a lot of affirmation from sports, but when it was gone, now who am I?
Well, that's why I always talk about
It's false identity.
I
That's
talk
exactly
about-
right.
Yeah.
chase effort, not accomplishments. Right? Like I've studied this because like as a kid, I never felt enough unless I had a 30-point game.
Yep.
Well, what happens when that game's over?
That's right.
So chase effort, not accomplishments or
Yeah.
results. And so it's like Chris has a great backstory to that. Is like Chris was always Chris, but he was not who he is now because he was good at what he did in football. He was good at academics. He was good at everything. But was that really Chris?
Yeah.
No. But how come you feel like, why did you do all those things?
Well, I think, when we're younger, we're just seeking like attention and approval
Yep.
so that we can figure out
That's
kind of
it.
who we are based on other people's opinions.
That's right.
And that's actually the complete opposite of where we should turn to
100%.
and look inside, which usually doesn't happen later in life. So,
You're
when
too
I was
young.
a kid, I was a big kid. And I was always told like, hey, you should be in sports. You should be in football. Like, okay, cool. Didn't really grow up watching sports. Didn't really care. I loved being active.
Yeah.
We played sports, but I wasn't just like dying to go play football or basketball. It was just, I liked being competitive.
Well, the other thing too is you were good, right?
Yeah.
People started to notice that you were good.
Yeah.
Like they started to notice you were good at basketball, and they're like, well, "Man, this guy should be playing more." And
Yeah.
when you hear that, it
Yeah.
tells it tickles your
it's
ear.
like, oh, I need to do more of that because
Yes.
then I'll get more praise.
Well, and think about the way our society's built. Like it's on grades.
yeah.
Like performance is everything. So
And
we're
it's
built on
memorization at the
performance.
end of the day.
Yes.
Which is a joke.
And we're built on performance. It's like, hey, did you get an A, B, C, or D? If you got an F, you're jacked up. And
Well,
so then you start to think you're jacked up.
I don't think that
I
like
agree.
grading kids is wrong by any
No,
means.
no,
Like
no.
I think there needs to be that because
Right.
kids need to fail and they need to pass
Yep.
and they need to get perfect scores and in between, right? But it's like how you treat that and how you respond to
That's
it
right.
is everything.
That's it.
As a mentor,
That's
right?
it. 100%.
As a parent or whatever it is, brother.
I agree.
And
I think you can move mountains with the power of belief. When I failed my test, when I wasn't good at school, I was terrible.
Right.
I was terrible. But if I would have had the belief versus a slap on the wrist or get home and like just felt like a disappointment versus, you know, loved and hey, we're gonna figure this out.
Yes.
Like I don't know what my life would have been like.
That's exactly right.
I don't know, but like I needed belief from you to really succeed in what I'm doing now.
Yep.
I needed it, bro. Like real talk. Because what at that point, who did I have to believe in me? Like there was a
you didn't really have many people believing in you, to be honest. You had a lot of fake people around you, like cheering you on, and like obviously you're very entertaining. They loved hanging out with you, but when you would talk your ideas and stuff, like I mean, I saw it, bro. Like people wouldn't necessarily take you seriously, and I was like, nah, that dude's gonna do this one day.
Right.
Like I'm gonna help him do it.
Yeah.
So
That's great.
That it's just the power of belief that I knew somebody was right next to me or behind me or in front of me.
Yeah.
Willing to run through that wall when it was not logical, when
That's
it
right.
was not making any sense, when it was impossible. Like I needed that push. Like you probably never even told you about this, but like there was times where I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. But then I'm like, Chris believes in me.
Yep.
I can do anything.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and so I think if people could get back to believing in people,
Yes.
that's where I think the world changes. Because when you go from an age from, you know, when you can start remembering things and growing and doing sports, and I'm an astronaut, I'm a fireman, I'm all these different things, and then you get to 13, 14 and the real world hits. What if our parents, and I know your mom did this, and like, obviously we have different backgrounds here, but like, what would have happened in my life if I would kept being told that I could do anything?
It's crazy.
I don't know what I would be doing.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I don't know, but I also think that you wouldn't be the same human you are today.
Right.
No, I wouldn't. And it's crazy to think about, right? I just,
Not that it's a bad thing.
Right.
But
I look at now where we are with the clients we have, the people we have, the power of belief between our friendships, our families, and our clients. It all aligns. There's no more like.
I think if you had the belief at a younger age, you wouldn't be able to appreciate it as much and maybe not be
Pushing.
instilling it in as many people as you
That's
are
right.
now because you had the lack of
I
it.
agree. I think the way
Right?
you're built, the reason you didn't and when you didn't receive it, that's why I believe God has a plan, because he knew what you needed at that time to be helping others believe in themselves and their dream. And you wouldn't have pushed as hard had you had that all your life. You'd have been like, man, everybody has this. But in actuality, that's not the case. And also, too, our prefrontal cortex at that time is not even ready for it.
Mine never developed, I think.
Big words.
Yeah, sorry.
Mine should never develop
Right.
for that.
Well, that's the thing. Like, we're too young, right? We're swayed by so many things. So even someone telling you, because I also don't love false praise. Like, don't give
Yeah,
everybody a
I
trophy,
hate a yes man.
right?
Yeah.
Well,
So think about
I
that
don't
as a
see it
kid.
as a yes
Yeah.
man. I see it as like, hey, questions. I mean, you know how we do everything
Yes.
nowadays. It's like, it's all a question. Did you feel like you did your best in
That's
that
it.
basketball game?
That's
Did
it.
you do your best in that test?
Yep.
Did you do your best no matter what it is?
That's it.
And let me analyze it
Yep.
and go, okay, I'm not happy with myself. I'm going to keep working,
That's it. Yep.
right?
That's exactly right.
Not saying, hey, you did a great job because you got an F on your test. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
It's more so like, hey, it's all good. We have our hiccups, but you know what? There's an assessment there. You got a 55 on your test. Now you can either move forward or move back.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the greatest statement that I ever heard about that was like, what could you have done? Could you have done anything more to get a better grade? Like,
Yeah.
that's growth mindset.
Getting them to answer their
Yeah. And which no one knew.
Well, like,
They were just telling us.
I got to the point where I got so embarrassed in my grades that I learned how to cheat so good.
I did too.
Dude,
I was a
there
great
was a time
cheater.
period, Coach Parr. Do you remember Coach Parr?
Yes. Oh my god.
Did I tell you about the story?
What a character.
My dad
man.
almost whooped his ass.
A lot of people almost.
So I'm
whooped his
I'm in
ass.
8th grade class. Me and him didn't get along, and I stood up, did something, and he called me stupid.
Dude.
He called me stupid
Isn't
in
that
class. He's like,
crazy?
and dude, we're all just sitting there like, did he really just call me stupid? Dude, I told my dad. My dad comes up there, comes to the door, threatens him, bro. It was a whole thing. Like, I thought my dad was gonna lose it. And there was another time. I had to go to the bathroom. He's like, I don't want to talk to nobody today. Sit at your desk. Don't do anything. And I'm like, I gotta pee, dude. So I'm like raising my hand. He just ignores me the whole this was after that. So he just ignores me the whole entire class. And finally, I move my entire desk in front of his desk. And so I'm sitting 8th grade. I'm like, I don't give a fuck,
I was
dude.
about to say, like, everyone messed with Coach Parr. What were you doing? And like, I know that you pissed him off.
Right.
Oh, I'm
And
sure.
he's
Exactly.
like,
You were picking at him.
stupid idiot, because that's what he does. Like, he's a very insecure man, and
Right.
so people would mess with him,
Right.
and then he would just blurt out these things that are inappropriate as like a
Right.
coach or a
Well, and
teacher.
the interesting part about that is it speaks to the power of words from
They're
anybody.
strong,
Like-
like sticks and stones.
Well, I was
that's
so embarrassed,
bullshit.
bro. So I was like, I'm never
Yes.
ever gonna
That's
be called
bullshit.
stupid again. So I got to the point where, dude, we would cheat so well that I would have my buddy write all the answers down. He'd go blow his nose, set the answers down by the Kleenex box, and we just rotate.
Right.
Like I
You got
outsmarted the
good.
system.
That's right.
Like, but I'll
Hey.
never forget. I'm sitting at his desk, dude, and he's so mad at me, dude. And he starts walking around the desk, and I stand up. Me and him are face to face, about to throw down in the middle of class. And dude, he's threatening me, and dude, we're about to get down. I'll never forget. I was so mad.
That's
And dude,
crazy.
he's like, go to the office, and I just got up, or I was already up, and I just walked straight to the principal. I'm like, y'all don't want my dad up here again. I'm telling you. And so they just calmed the whole thing down. I never
Right.
got in trouble or nothing.
Right. It's interesting though. Those times in our lives really shape us, and we underestimate that. That's why I'm not a big fan of teachers like not speaking life into students. Like
Yeah.
it really
Well-
it
Well,
causes
it could
struggle.
go a bad way though. Like, I mean, say they're speaking something you want them to talk about, right? But what
Yep.
if they're saying the complete opposite?
Right.
Then I don't want them instilling life stuff in
Oh,
my
for
kids,
sure.
you know?
What I mean by that is they can destroy, right? Like they
Yeah.
throw out terms.
Okay, like
Yeah.
example, Al, you're a teacher. Okay, great. But there's so many people, like, we go by this quote all the time: don't take advice from people you wouldn't tread lives with. No respect to mom. Mom does a great job being a teacher, but I am not necessarily trying to take the advice from a teacher.
Right.
Not in a bad way,
Yeah.
just I want different things in my
Yeah,
life.
That's right. That's
Like-
right. 100%.
Well, I wouldn't just blanket statement teachers, but like
Just in general.
a business advice from teachers.
Well, no, I'm just saying in
Right.
general.
because there's some really great teachers
Oh,
out
yeah,
there.
and they got
like,
great
that I would take a lot
ideas.
of advice
And
from.
professors that have
Yeah.
never done it but
Yeah.
can show you how.
Yeah.
So, but to your point, it's like not just not taking advice, but people are also trying to protect you sometimes.
Well, like example, like, okay, I'm gonna get into stocks. I'm going to college. Okay. Well, how much money have you made in stock market, professor? Like, why am
Probably
I in
not the
college
guy.
if you're teaching me this?
Probably not the guy.
What am I doing here?
yes.
Because if I think about the teachers necessarily didn't teach me much in life.
Right.
My coaches did.
Yeah.
My coaches did. But teachers, I can't think of a teacher in my head that like, oh yeah, huge impact, changed my life. And I know that's a story out there by all means.
For sure.
But then I look at the people now that I'm around, I'm like, man, if I was around this person 5 years ago, my life would have changed a long time ago.
Right. Well, and I'll also say that when the student's ready, the teacher appears. So sometimes we're not ready to hear whatever it is. Like it took me, 5 years to hear something multiple times and then be ready for it.
Yeah.
Because I just wasn't ready at that time anyways,
Yeah.
and I wasn't trying to hear it. So there's a definite difference in maturity, and like I've seen some things and some wisdom, and I'm like, all right, now I'm ready. And now I took the step. I heard this 5 years ago. Why didn't I do it? Because I wasn't ready. So I do believe that sometimes when the student's ready, the teacher appears all of a sudden. It's like, that's brilliant. I heard it 5 years ago. I did nothing with it,
I think it also depends on like the person you're hearing this information
Yes,
from, right?
that's
Because
right.
like if I'm listening to Joe Blow, who I've never met before, know nothing about, speak some wisdom, and it may be accurate,
Yes.
and it may sound great, but like I'm taking it with a grain of salt
'Cause they don't know you.
because I don't know him.
Yeah.
You're a question mark. You're gonna
That's
do your
right.
due diligence.
But if I know this person and they're giving me advice,
Yep.
and I know who they are, I know what they've done, I know what they're doing, then I'm going to listen. I'm going to take that advice.
Yeah. No, I
And
agree.
maybe someone else has already told me it 100 times, right?
Yes.
But I'm actually listening to it
That's
now
right.
because
Yeah, that's
they have
true.
proof.
they have proof.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Which is
Dude,
an
if I
Achilles heel at
told
a
you-
time.
If I
Right.
told you the story about Greg in like 3rd grade,
No,
his teacher basically told him that he was going to be in jail for his whole life.
I'm not.
Isn't that crazy, bro?
It's wild.
I'm like,
It's a terrible thing to tell a kid.
It is, but like that's how many times you heard that from a rapper? You're gonna be
Right.
dead. You're gonna be in jail. Like
right.
that's why I don't know how I feel about school, and I know school is good for the relationships of kids, the
Yeah.
sports, different
Social.
things.
Social.
But I
It
just
is
think
social.
there's so much growing aspects outside of living in a small town or a big town and not seeing the rest of the culture or the world.
Sure. Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like I learned more around the world tenfold than I
Yeah.
did school.
That's right. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
school didn't. I mean,
Oh, that's just, and this is you, right? So it's your experience.
Yeah,
So
it's your
some people
experience.
really need the structure.
Like,
Like,
I learned a shit ton from grade school because that was like huge pivotal moment in my life where
right,
like my parents divorced, you're on like a divorce schedule, and
right.
like you got to take care of your life basically on your own because you're
Yep.
traveling back and forth, and it's like you're navigating life kind of on your own in a way, and you're growing. You get a car. Like,
Yeah.
I learned so many things and messed up tremendously in high school
Yeah.
to where when I got out of that stage and I was over 18 years old, I had learned from all these things when it was a little bit more acceptable.
Sure.
So like I
Yeah.
made all these mistakes at a very young age to
Yeah.
where when I got into college, I was like, I already know this is a bad gig. Like, I need to step out of
Yes.
this. Like, this happened to me in high school.
So that brings up a question. Like, what is a failure that you've learned from? Because so many people now are afraid to fail in general. But what's a failure that's kind of shaped you or brought you to where you're at today as an individual?
I don't think I was scared of failure. I think I was scared of people watching me fail.
Mm-hmm. But is there one situation that shaped you differently or was pivotal for you when you think about a loss, a failure,
So there's a lot of
an
those.
L?
Yeah, I mean, I talked about this one, and I think I talked about it in another podcast. So I did my personal training and I failed, and my dad said, "I knew you were gonna fail." Never picked up the book again.
Interesting.
I let him win. I don't regret it now because obviously I'm supposed to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
But I would have been fantastic being a personal trainer.
Yeah.
And it defeated me. It ruined me.
Right.
And there's so many people with that goes back to the power of belief.
Yeah. That's right.
What would I have done if I had that?
Sure.
That's why I think I do try to give so much so much belief,
That's right.
because I didn't get it.
Yeah.
You know, I think that would be my one for sure. And then I think my other one would be in high school when my dickhead coach, Coach Simmons, was just the way he was.
We're
Like,
name dropping.
I don't, that guy, his little skinny calves, I kick him and shit and they snap.
We're going.
I don't
we're
know
going
how
at
he-
body parts.
I don't know how he didn't break his, Chris, I don't know how he didn't break his feet stomping on the floor like he
We're
did.
going
Like
at
an
body
absolute
parts.
idiot.
He
That's
was
how we're
not
identifying
the best
folks.
coach. Not the
Like,
best coach. I hope he's changed.
I agree. Like,
He didn't. I mean, he affected my life, and I
Yep.
want to speak about it. Like,
Right.
you want to be a grown man, talk to some kids that needed you, and you're going to scream at them like you're in the
Sure.
military. Like,
Yeah.
I don't agree with you.
Right.
Sorry. If you don't like it, then
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
You scream at me,
Shut
but if I
down.
scream at you, you don't like it.
Right. That's
Like,
right.
College would have been rough for you, brother.
Yeah.
Because
That's
that's
right.
all they do.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
it's like a
and I wonder what they
military
do now,
base.
right? Like, I'm curious at how coaching is now these days, because Coach Webb was cool for you, right? Like, I would have
High
died.
school.
I
yeah.
would have ran through walls for Coach Champion. Like, we
Yeah.
would have won so much if
Why?
we had.
Why?
He changed my life.
In what way?
Man, I was going through my parents' divorce. Nobody knew about it. And I remember just absolutely furious because I was working harder than everybody. I was doing things, and I still wouldn't get my shot. Finally, I'm like, F you, Coach Simmons, in the middle of practice. He started screaming at me. I'm like, dude, I am not doing this right now. I got
Right.
so much shit in my head that you don't even know about, and you
Right.
don't even care. Coach Champion brought me over. He's like, Weston. And I'm pissed. This was like way before I control my emotions 10 times better than I
Yeah.
did back then. I was a hothead. That's how I was raised.
Yeah.
And he finally like gets me focused. And he's like, Weston, what's the one thing in life you can change? And I was like, I don't effing know. He's like, your attitude.
Ooh.
It's the only thing you can change at any point in time in your
So
life
good.
is your attitude. And I'll never, ever forget that.
So
I get
good.
chills because I'm like, it
So
changed my
good.
life.
So good.
And I was like, this person cares enough about me, even when I'm upset, to pull me aside and check on me and show me that, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, man.
And everybody on the team felt the same way. Like Coach Champion, I still reach out to the guy because like he actually made an impact on my life.
Yeah, man. That's great. That's great. How about yours, Hank? Like a failure or a
I'd
or a
say
loss?
my first like big failure that I felt was everyone, saw me as like Chris football guy and is like, oh, he's going D1. He's going to get a scholarship. Like, he's going to go play football. And, my senior year, I broke my arm and like struggled with that in and out of games and had to get surgery and stuff. And then, all of my D1 kind of looks fell off. No one was picking up my calls anymore. And I felt like a failure, man. Like, I didn't even know if I was getting a scholarship anymore. And I definitely wasn't getting looks from the schools that I wanted to go to, and they were like
Right.
Division II, and I thought like anything below Division I just wasn't it. And so I'd say that I felt pretty pretty embarrassed after that one, to be
Yeah.
honest, because I had a lot of eyes on me. I was captain of the football team. Like,
Right.
I was a big body. Like, I felt like I should have gone to play D1.
Yeah.
Like, I put the effort in. I felt like I should have, but
Right.
I didn't. And
Part of the plan, buddy.
when
That's
I
part of the
when I
plan.
think back to it, I could have. It was part of the plan.
Yeah.
It was. But you asked that question
Yeah.
earlier, like, what could you have done differently? And like, well, I gave up pretty easily after I had my injury. I kept going back, right, trying to play with a broken arm and stuff like that. But after I had surgery, I kind of gave up. And I was just like, I'll just accept this. I'll go play here, get some free school, get some money off, and then like get my degree and then move on with life. Like,
Right.
I'll just coast for the next 4 years. That's literally my mindset. So I got into drinking a lot,
Yeah.
a little drugs here and
Yeah.
there, like just pretty much fell off the
Yeah.
deep end.
Interesting.
And that continued on through my freshman year of college. And then I got like 3 MICs in 2 months and like almost lost my license, should have gone to jail. All this stuff happened around the same time until I just like had to pull myself out of the situation. It was like, this is not me anymore. I'm becoming someone who's just horrible, going down the path that I never wanted to, that my family did, like my father did. And I got to stop. So I pulled out of that school, and that was like the best decision I ever made. And
Nice.
just kind of got back on track with my health, my fitness, my
So
goals.
good.
What do I want to do? It was the first time I ever asked, like, what do I want to do with my life?
That's great.
It was the first time.
Yeah.
And it was
Which
like,
is
I don't
great.
even know.
Right. Well, which is awesome too, because think about it. You were real good at one thing, and everybody was telling you this
Yeah.
is what you should do.
Yeah. And
So
I was
you
like,
just kept chasing it.
I didn't do any inner work. I didn't question
Right.
myself. I just went with the flow of life.
You don't
Right.
know that. That's why I think it's so important what we're doing now is like,
Yes, you don't know.
well, I know, but I'm like, what if I had a Chris when I was
Yeah.
16?
Yeah.
What if I had a Weston? What if I had an Al? That's
right.
why I think it's just so good to give back knowledge and give back
Yes,
information.
agreed.
Like Chris's story has so much purpose behind it because how many kids do we know that were athletes that, honestly, hate to say it, they didn't get out of that cycle.
Yes.
No, a lot of them should have gone D1 too.
Right.
Well, not that. Like, dude, you look at some of the people we know, and it's like, you have such a heart, you have such a soul, and now you don't.
Yeah.
And it's so sad to watch.
They lose themselves in it.
Yeah, that's it.
False identity.
That's it. It's a fake ID, man.
And it's like, oh man, it's
Yeah.
sad.
It's sad. It really is sad. And that's why like the people around you are just so important.
It
and
is.
like I didn't want to see that when I was a kid. Your parents are always telling you like make better friends and get around good people and like this is a bad influence. You need to
Right.
be around them. And like they were right. And I kind of knew they were right. But I didn't care at the time because I didn't know what that was going to do to me long term. And
That's right.
it took a toll on me for a
Yes.
bit. I was thankfully aware enough throughout, I'd say, majority of those times to be like, I'm better than this. I know I am, but I'm putting myself here for some reason. I don't know why,
Yeah,
but I'm learning.
it's good.
And I did. I learned exactly how I didn't want to live my life.
Yeah,
And I learned real fast.
that's great. Well,
Al, what about you?
Yeah. What about you?
What was your big
moment?
lesson?
man, a bunch. Like I've failed a ton.
What was like the first one though? I think that's a pivotal one.
First big failure. I mean, funny enough, like I was a straight A student in elementary
Why is that funny?
because I could care less about school later on.
That's usually how it goes.
But in middle school, I started to like not fail, but close to fail.
Yeah.
And what the pivotal thing for me was also I got to a place where people were better than me in that area, and I just pushed it away. I'm like, let me focus on what I'm good at. I'm making people laugh, having lots of fun. People like being around me, and sports is giving me a lot of affirmation. So I just chased the things that I was really good at and tried to erase the things that I wasn't by saying it's not that important. At the end of the day, all of it's important because I lacked effort back then. Like I played baseball in college, but I was satisfied just being on the team. Like I didn't push like I could have, and I think it had a lot to do with like pushing things away and not giving max effort. So to your point earlier, like if effort would have been rewarded, but for me, the whole goal, and when I was in 3rd grade, I said, I'm playing college baseball, and I did. That was it. But the effort piece wasn't there until I got out of school.
Yeah.
And I started to find and pursue things that I actually loved. And then I became like stone cold effort and focus on what it is, how often I have to do it with the consistency that I have.
Well, you built that through grit, and it developed into confidence.
For sure.
right? Like those
100%.
things that you pushed away and things you did really good at is
Yes.
because you were scared to show your true self.
100%.
Because then you can be judged. Like
Yes.
we talk about this all the time. It's like, how do you be humble and build a brand?
It's tough.
That's a hard one.
It's tough.
You got to put yourself out there,
You
but
do.
the higher the pedestal is, the harder it falls.
That's right.
And so like,
That's right.
I think
That's
going
good.
into the next phase of where we're going, you have to be okay with the fall. You got to be
Yep.
okay with it all
That's right.
and say, screw it, I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah. And to be honest, like we'd all be lying here if we were just doing that on a consistent basis. We still face judgment and it still stops us. Like you're not doing exactly and running as hard at the thing because you're in the back of your mind, you're thinking,
It's your thing.
yes. And you're thinking, what will people think? Or what if this happens? How will it look? But if that ever got erased completely, the sky's the limit.
So
But I would say we are more further along than most people in that area
right.
with risk.
Yeah, I mean, mine really identified, man, when I went to Bali.
Yeah.
And the way that I thought about that is like, dude, I had my camera up doing vlog style, and I'm like, I would never do that back home because I'm scared of what people would think of me. And then I'm like, I'm out there, and I'm like, this is when I was going out after the show, doing all the stuff. I'm like, and I went to Bali. Sorry, that was before. I went to Bali, and I remember it being Friday night, and I quit caring about. I had fear of missing out, right? FOMO.
Yes.
I didn't care what day it was. I was truly doing what I wanted to do for
That's
once in
great.
my life that taught me, do it anyway.
That's
You're
good.
going to be judged regardless, no matter what you
That's
do.
right.
But I'm not going to live in somebody else's opinion. I'm not
That's
going to do
great.
it.
I love it.
And it's hard because we get in these cycles where we're like,
Yeah.
dang, I got to put myself out here. Like,
Yep. And self-doubt creeps in.
the studio, like, this is a terrifying thing. Like, we're throwing money at something, hoping it works, even though we know it works.
It does.
It's just, when's it going to work?
Yeah.
But it's already working, and we
It
don't
is.
see it.
That's exactly right. Because that's the thing with transformation is because you're in it every day, you don't see what it's doing, but people on the outside can see that it's working. Like
Yeah.
it's attracting the right vibe. You are further along in your dream than you think, but y'all are both built to chase and keep going, and there's more, which I love. At the same time, I love looking at this building and going, it's there.
Well, I mean, Andy Frisella was the reason that really put us in our tracks. Because when I asked him, like, hey, how long did this take? And he's like, 25 fucking years. And were you standing by me?
Maybe, I don't know.
And I just remember, like, immediately when he said that, I said, we're in 8 years. We're on track. We're way ahead of where we're supposed to be,
Right.
in a way.
Yes.
Like, Andy didn't profit money till his 10th year.
Right.
We're hitting 9.
Yeah.
We have a studio. We have a business.
You
We
have
work with
money.
our family. We work with our best friends. Like,
Yep.
we
It's
are on
really
track, and we've also learned how to have balance in a way
Yes.
compared to what we used to have. I know for me, for sure. Like,
Well,
I was a
told me-
madman for a long time.
Al told me one thing one time. He's like, "There's no such thing as balance,
No,
right?
it's really not.
There's really no such thing as balance.
No.
Like things change, life is up and down.
That's
It's in
right.
waves. Like it's never straight or linear.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, you're gonna cheat something. You're gonna cheat. You're gonna cheat something sometimes.
Yeah.
There's been weeks when you had no balance. You run hard, you're on the road, you come back, you're depleted. So that's not balance. But it's required for that time. And then you find a time to strike balance with the other things. But one of my favorite statements is where there's tension, pay attention.
Right.
So if you've got tension in your health, you got to pay attention. Where there's tension in your relationships, pay attention. Like focus some effort there. But there are times when you just got to run.
Yeah.
And as long as you can run at something that you actually like, it makes it a little bit better.
Yeah.
But this work-life balance to me is like, I don't know why people say that. It's a myth.
Yeah.
Here's my standpoint on it. Chris knows me. 4 years ago, I was a madman. I sacrificed family. I sacrificed sleep. I sacrificed my health. I sacrificed my mental. I sacrificed everything for the drive of the validation of money. If I have money, then I'm validated.
Right.
So I thought if I could just keep pushing. You remember how it was, bro.
I disagree. You never had that value with money. That was me.
No, not value, but like value of like where we are in business to get in specific rooms. Like for me, it was if we can push to this next phase of months, we're making X amount of months.
Right.
We're making X amount a year. In my own mind, I'm like, that's the validation we need to be equal to certain people.
To be legit.
Yeah. So like I remember, dude, now I'm very much in a sacrificing place where I'm like, what is the value of life? And that's where I think balance, for me,
Sure.
balance is what my value and what I think life is now versus what I
Yes.
thought it was.
That's good.
Like right
Yeah.
now, we're taking time
Yeah.
to do a podcast. We're taking time to go on a trip. We're taking time to do certain things that
Yes.
involve around the work-life balance.
That's right.
Where we're not just killing ourselves just working 24/7
Sure.
like we used to.
Well, you're also, the really cool thing that y'all do is when you're traveling somewhere, you, even though you're grinding for a time, sometimes y'all on the end you're having some fun too, and you're doing it with people that
We're
you
always having
like.
fun. Like we've
Right.
built that reality,
Yeah,
right?
that's
When I say balance, what I mean, Chris, is like, Chris, did you go on a walk today?
Yeah.
Did you go to the gym today?
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Sure.
We used to not take time
sure.
to do those mental health days or things Chris needs to do
That's
to
right.
stay on the balance of work.
Non-negotiables.
Like we used to not do that.
Yeah.
That's
true.
all I'm saying is
Yeah.
like we've really focused
Yeah.
on making sure that we are good mentally
Yeah, it's good.
and in business
Yeah.
and physical. So like that's I guess my
That's
version
good.
of balance.
Yeah. That's
where I
great.
used to never have that.
Yeah, right. Well, and too, like I think you found the things, the sweet spots of what gives you juice. Like-
Yeah, we also found like hyper focus, right? So
Yes.
Hermosi talks about this.
Yeah.
And it's something like there's more value in a 5-day work week with 8 hours each day versus a 7-day work week with 12 hours in each day.
Yeah.
Why? Because you can't focus that long.
That's
You can't
right.
hyper focus that
Agree.
long. And so
Agree.
when we take that time to step away, to fill our cup, do some other things, maybe get creative outside of just the workflow that we have, then it allows us to supply with some energy that we didn't have before. And so like we get juiced with life again.
Yes.
And then we can come back to work and just crush it
That's right.
versus be like, oh, I just did 12 hours yesterday. I got to wake up at 7 a.m. and do
Do it
12
again.
more at the
Yeah.
desk.
That's what I
like-
mean by balance.
So good.
That's balance.
We've
That's
learned
so
how to
good.
fill our cup, I
yes.
guess.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you where do you get your juice
Your
from?
recharge.
Well, you know too. The difference is most people don't know.
Yeah.
Like they don't pay attention enough to what like there are things that give you juice and there are things that drain your juice.
Well, that's what we
Yeah.
do at the War Room, dude. We identify your joys.
yeah.
I mean, dude, when we go to oxytocin, to serotonin, to endorphins,
Yep.
dopamines. Chris, what's your dopamines every day? What gives you energy?
Exercise and getting outside.
Sunlight,
Yep.
Yeah.
exercise, connections.
Yep.
Making sure that you accomplish things. That's
That's
huge
right.
for you.
Yeah.
That's
I got to
right.
get
Like
some
I got to
shit
get
done.
Production.
something done.
I got to get something done.
Something's got to get done.
He's production.
Those are the 4 things that keep Chris in a very balanced place.
Yep. That's right.
Like, but people don't do that, and they wonder why they're like this
That's right.
all the fucking time.
Agree.
It's like, well,
Agree.
you got to identify what really fills you up, and then
Yep.
you got to also, like, Rob Dyrdek taught me this. He's like, here's your life meter. This client really drains me. Delete them. Happiness goes up.
right.
Okay. Well, this thing actually starts draining me too. Boom. And you just start removing it. Control Alt
Yes.
Delete, dude. And all of a sudden, you're like, man, I'm living a much
You're in the flow.
peaceful life.
Yes.
And it's that
so
simple.
good. It's so good.
And a lot of people, I think, I'm bringing this up because I just talked about it with Avery, but like a lot of people are like this with, this being happiness and this being the opposite because they carry around like they don't know how to forgive, right?
Ah,
And forgiveness at the end of the day
So
is just
good.
not letting whatever it is that you have to forgive someone for affect you.
that's right. 100%.
Explain it. Break it down.
I
So
love
like,
that.
you know how everyone says like forgiveness is for you, it's not for the other person. It
Yeah.
is. Why? Because forgiveness is literally just not letting this thing affect you on a
that's right.
day to day.
That's exactly right.
Because if you don't let it affect you, then you've essentially forgiven them for it
That's right.
because it's not at the top of your brain anymore. That's forgiveness.
100%.
It's not hurt, it's help.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
exactly.
Yeah.
This is good for me. I have to go through this to get to where I'm supposed to go. This is
Yeah.
going to make me better for my spouse. It's going to
Yep.
make me better for my business. Like,
Well, even
Yes.
that, or just like you say, delete it out of your life. Like I delete shit all the time. If it's like, oh, this guy's just being a bother to me, then like
Yeah.
delete
Right.
doesn't affect me at all.
That's right.
you're
Well,
really good at that.
Yeah.
You are fantastic.
Yeah.
at
And I'm
that.
not saying just like to cut people
Sure,
off out of your life
right.
out of nowhere,
Yeah.
but like,
You put boundaries.
Yeah,
Well,
we
the
come
way that I
around-
see it is like, okay, I'm going to meet you here. You either meet me or you fall off.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I've gotten today. Like, I don't
Sure.
have to communicate that you're not meeting me. I don't have
Sure.
to do anything anymore.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not coming to the boat, like I always say this, the boat's sinking. This is me and Chris. This is actually the best technology for Chris. Me and Chris are in a wooden boat and there's a fucking hole at the bottom. Me and Chris are rowing our ass off.
Right.
Right? We're not about to stop to grab you and put you in the boat.
Sure.
Put the effort in, swim to the motherfucker,
Right.
and we will pull you in.
Right.
And then you're going to get your ass in the boat
Show some effort.
and you're going to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you can't
That's
meet
good.
that,
Yeah. Yeah.
you don't align with what we're doing.
Well, and that's it's easier to say in the space you're in, right? Like where you're at. As a coach, I'm waiting for people sometimes. Like that's the
It's a
difference.
part of it. It's
That's
a
a part
part of
of
it,
it,
yeah.
right? So the patience for me
Who's
has
got
been a really good. I need
I
one
think I
too.
threw it to you, bro.
I think, Al, you had it last.
Do I have
It's
it?
down by your feet.
The patience for me's been the struggle, because I'm not a patient guy in general.
Maybe not naturally, but I feel like you've learned
Now I am
patience
for
quite a
sure,
bit.
but I had to learn it.
Like you're actually one of the most patient people I know.
Yeah, it's been work.
Yeah, it takes some work, huh?
And my wife would say sometimes the opposite, because she catches me at the worst times.
Well, yeah, of
Well,
course.
but
she does.
also, you expect the most out of her, as you should. It's your person. It's your
Yeah.
human.
She's
We
awesome.
don't grow apart. We grow together.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I don't want to be with somebody in my life that's not going to make me the best version of myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not for everybody.
Right.
Like, okay, cool. I hate this saying, well, if you don't like me, then I just don't be in my life. I understand that to some extent,
Right.
but like, I want my partner to tell me the truth and hold me accountable
Yep.
to becoming the best version of a husband
Yes.
and the best version of a father. I want that in my life. Like,
That's right.
I want to become the best.
Yeah.
Chris
Well-
wants to become the best.
Well, and that's why you get around people sometimes that are gonna rub you the wrong way. They're sandpaper. They're gonna challenge you, and I'd say that my wife is one of the best at that. Like she knows me inside and out. I can't hide anything from her.
You need
Right.
this?
So
she can really call you. What's up?
You need this?
Oh no, I'm okay.
she'll call me out, and I'm like,
Fuck,
I
that's
will
hot on my
never tell
nutsack.
her. I will never tell her she's right.
Oh, that's hot.
Oh, you-
burnt my sack.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Roasted nuts.
Right.
Sponsored by
Pick your
pickyournuts.com.
nuts. Roasted nuts, salted
.com.
nuts.
But my wife will tell me things, and I don't want to acknowledge them at the time. But ultimately, when I sit back and I'm quiet and I'm reflecting, I'm like, she's 100% right. And I either change.
Because she gives it. She cares about
She
you.
does
She
care.
loves you.
Does
That's
she
right.
approach you well?
Yeah, she's really good with me. She's
How
patient.
important do you think that is when it comes to
Coach
like?
the approach, baby.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Coach the approach.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
our big thing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
me and him worked on that 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Like, Chris knows how to communicate with me. I mean, I can't even count really how many times
Well, it's flexing,
over
right?
how many years like me and you've actually been in a
Yeah.
tiff.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
twice.
Like
it's-
a real one, probably twice.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you're so close with someone and you don't have something like that, then there's not love there,
Right.
right? Because that's
You don't
usually when
care
it comes out.
Right.
Like family, you fight with them the most, the
Yeah.
hardest, because there's so much emotion and
That's right.
passion in it, right?
I
Agree.
think you want the most for your family.
Well, that
I think,
too.
Like, and then I think your family is also scared to see you fail versus letting you fail.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Like,
From a parent's perspective, absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's hard. Here's a question that I ask this all the time. Is like, how do you teach struggle if you don't have struggle?
Ooh. So you're talking about really growing in resilience, and resilience only comes from adversity. And I think it's difficult. Like it's really difficult. But I think it
Yeah,
starts.
you have what? How many girls?
I have 2 girls,
Yeah, I mean,
22 and 25.
how do you think you would have been different with boys?
Oh, I'd have been terrible. I think I'd have been awful.
Do you think you're so patient because you have girls?
I think my girls have trained me well. Well, also too, when I coached them in softball, but one of the only reasons I coached them in softball was because I saw the way men talk to girls, and they talk to them like they talk to boys. When I was watching, because boys, when they play good, they feel good. Girls, when they feel good, they play good.
Mm.
And so when I saw that, I'm like, I've got to jump in here. So it really taught me a lot about coaching.
Psychology.
Oh, before I started coaching, like for real.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's
What's
a
the
really good point.
the Cowboys coach that won all the Super Bowls?
Jimmy Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't he a psychology major?
He might have been, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he
Yeah.
was because he taught psychology more than he did
Sure,
football.
100%. Well, I think the best coaches understand
They're
people
players and
Oh,
different
yeah.
versions of them.
And to your question, it's about like how do you approach, like what's the approach? If something's not working, you either change it or it keeps not working.
How do you deal with something that's okay? You're patient, right?
I'm not, but yes, I do a lot
You
of
are.
patience.
Right, and you hold somebody accountable. How do you balance accountability and patience? I that one I lose
it's-
hair over, dude. I
yeah.
can't.
it's the speed at
I
which
got to go back to turkey, man. I'm like, that one drives me nuts. Like,
well, yeah,
after the 15th time of being patient, what do you do?
yeah,
Especially to somebody you care about. Like,
I'll step in on this one. I think it depends on how much you love that person.
yeah,
That's really all it comes down to.
sure,
but what if it starts draining the shit out of you?
Well, you have to recognize at a certain point when it's bringing you down,
yeah,
right?
and you communicate that, right?
and you communicate that, and if you communicate it and it's not addressed and it's, then yeah, it's probably time to move on at a certain
sure,
point. But how long you stay, I think, just depends on how much you care for that person,
yeah.
and like
That's right.
maybe you see the light at the end of the tunnel that they don't quite see yet, and like you just believe in them so much and you love them so much that maybe they'll get there.
Yeah. Well, and two, I think it depends on the relationship, right? If it's family versus like a spouse or a girlfriend or a friend, like, or a client, like, there's levels to this. Like, I'm not going to stick around for someone that I don't really have that great of a relationship with, but it's family, it's completely different.
Yeah.
So, you know, but back to your other question about how do you train resilience and teach resilience, you have to help people with their mindset because people get destroyed by some of the smallest things. And I mean, I know it's not realistic, but I pray before I work with people and coach them that they become unaffected. And I know that's not possible, but I'd rather it be a dip instead of a valley. And a lot of people, some things just drop them into a valley and then they get to the place where they're surrendering. And so teaching resilience and bounce back is like, how do they respond to setbacks daily? And you can help them with blind spots. You can see it in their language, in their body language. What is it? How's it stopping them? And help them recognize what that is, because all the energy they're pouring into the loss or the failure will determine how much they actually don't pour into the productivity. They're not in a good space. So keep spending time on the things similar to what Hink was talking about with forgiveness. Like, if you're not forgiving, man, they are eating you up. It's like they got a noose around your neck and they're just dragging you around.
But you're holding the noose.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And you have the ability to cut that off and go, I forgive you. And I'm holding you like this. Like, grace for me is huge because
they're not thinking about it.
they're not thinking
They're
about
not thinking about it at all. It's only
Scoot
you.
up just a little.
Sorry. They're not thinking about it at all. And so I think it is knowing yourself and understanding where you're going. But that's where I think people need people like us to come alongside them and help them with blind spots.
Yeah.
Because they don't know that they're in this trajectory. And then when you start asking why, you can help them build that resilience. Because there's people I've worked with for a long time that are just now getting to a place where they're not destroyed by the loss of a deal or a failure. And so they're like, oh, I see now. You hold it a little looser, you remove resistance, all of a sudden you can bounce back and get productive again. So that's, to me, how you build resistance. But it's not going to be, it's hard by yourself. It's really difficult. Unless you've gone through the things that you guys have gone through and I've gone through.
Yeah.
But you can't teach that. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. You can coach to it. So it doesn't happen automatically, but you can raise someone's awareness that this destroyed you. Is that what you want? Do you want that to destroy you? And then little by little, they start to get better at the setbacks
Yeah.
and challenges.
yeah, I
That's
think the
resilience.
struggle is like so many people go through these life phases where they just complain and complain and complain
Yes.
and remain in the same exact boat
That's
while
exactly
it's
right.
sinking, and like
It's
they
hard.
keep coming to you for help, but they keep doing the same actions, the same cycles, and it's like,
Yep.
Usually it's a lack of confidence. Usually is what that is.
Yeah.
I've noticed.
Ability to,
comfortable. It's like I'm not too bad, I'm not too good, so I'm gonna
Right.
just stay right here because I don't know, I don't want either side of this to explode.
yes.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't. I mean, I'm sure some people are in that comfortable state, but I wouldn't even say it's a comfortability thing. I would just say that it's like I know I can operate in this lane that I'm in life, and anything outside of that just scares the shit out of me.
Right.
Well,
And
like example, when you quit your job,
Yeah,
you took like most people are in a position where they make good money but they hate their job,
but if you're, yeah, okay,
right? Well, do I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this.
Mm.
But how many people stay in that place their whole entire life because the comfortability aspect of, well, my boss is an asshole, but I get paid well. Do I really want to jump into this whole nother uncomfortable position, even though it could be better or it could be worse?
So I always tell people at least when it comes to my story, in a way I got lucky, and you might disagree with me, but I got lucky because I figured out what I loved. I
Yes.
truly
You knew.
loved.
You learned it.
And
It's great.
that just, I didn't really go
Why would
looking
I
for
disagree with that?
I didn't go looking for it because I don't think you believe in luck in a way. I think you
Oh,
believe that we make our own luck, and we do
yeah.
to a certain point. But like the fact that I just had a random thought
Epiphany. Yeah.
to buy your old camera setup one day was literally the preface of everything after this.
Yeah.
After that, just one random thought
Yeah.
sitting late at night in my brother's house when I first graduated college. Man, I'd like to take some or learn how to take some more professional photos since
Yeah.
I'm traveling a little bit more. I got
Right.
some money.
Yes.
So maybe I'll see if Weston has a camera laying around. That literally
That's
was
really
the
cool.
beginning of everything.
It's great. Well, and I think that was part
it
of
was
the
the
plan.
first beginning.
Yeah.
The real beginning was when you took photos.
Yeah. Well, that was when everything clicked, right?
Yeah.
I think you had so much going on at the time where it was like, do I really want to study and learn how to use a camera?
I didn't love it until I kind of figured out how I could work with it and how similar it was to everything that I was already doing in life and already loved doing growing up. It's like you're putting all these pieces together and then it becomes something like beautiful.
Yeah.
Whether it's a
That's
photo
great.
or a video, it's the same thing. It's your composure, it's your camera, it's the way you direct people, it's where you are in your setting and then what you do in post with it.
What's your own
And-
art?
Right? It's art. It's art.
Yes.
And so like creating something and then getting a positive reaction out of people and sometimes even giving them a lifelong moment for them
Yes.
to remember is just a really, really
cool.
cool feeling. It's
I love
addicting.
that. Yeah.
Um,
Well, it gives you energy, right? So you found
Yeah.
what gave you energy, but it was trying something new.
yeah, and I was always creative, but I never stepped into it fully.
Yes.
Like I would draw as a kid. I always had things I was working on that were artistic, but I never stepped into that
Yeah.
because I didn't find the right muse. And when I got into
Yes.
like photo, that was the beginning. But then when I got into video, that was the real muse. And I
Love
was like, oh, I love this.
Yep,
I
that's
want to do
great.
this all the time.
So I'm gonna go ahead. Wes.
I did a topic the other day. Like, I get this question from a lot of people. How do you find your purpose? And like, I had to really think about that.
Nice.
Like, how do you really find your purpose? And I think your purpose finds you. But I also think like pain created my purpose
Mm.
of where I was supposed to go. And like, I don't know. I get that question so many times. Like, how do you feel like people can find their
Find purpose. Well, I think first, I think it starts with strengths. Like when you know yourself, you understand some of your strengths. And
But how do you feel like people get to know themselves? So like for me, I feel like I had to tear myself apart and rebuild myself for me to have that true identity.
Sure. Yeah.
But say somebody's not in that phase where they're not having to go through the trenches and different things. Like how do you do that?
I mean, a lot of people do it a lot of different ways. I'll say self-discovery, like for whatever reason. It could be just out of curiosity. It could be people telling you that you're great at something, and then you start to pursue it. Like engineering was something you were good at,
Just
but
math.
but you could also do that from a creative perspective as well,
Oh, yeah.
and that lit your fire.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's purpose. Like for me, I know my purpose. Like I get my purpose now, but it came through faith. Like my purpose came through faith. Like
Right.
once I accepted Christ into my life, it changed everything. And then it became about, it was really simple. My wife says a real simple term. She says, you love God and love people. How do I love people? By serving them. How do I serve them? I
Through God.
coach them,
Well, yeah, that too.
right?
Yeah.
But I also love them where they're at.
Yeah.
So it's really hard for me to turn my back on people, to be honest, because it's like I just think about what he did for me, and he never gave up on me. And so being in the struggles I was in some chapters of my life taught me grace. And now it's like I allow grace and I give grace. And so your question about what if someone doesn't change, well, they can still be in my life. It's not that they can't. It's just I also got to recognize when I'm trying to change someone and they might ask for the change, but they don't really want it. So my discernment kicks in, my ability to read a situation and go, that person's not really ready. And that's okay. Can I still have them on my life? Sure. But I pick my spots and I have my boundaries.
I love it.
How do you think, Chris, people find their purpose? I want people to really think about that because I think you just clarified what was in my brain of how to find purpose. If people are really looking to find purpose, think about the thing that you do for free.
Yeah, it always starts with that.
Like
That's
I
great.
think that's the way to
Yes.
find a lane of going, what
It's
do I
great.
do for
What would I
free?
do for free? What
I
would I
was
do, and if I didn't get paid
when
for
I
it?
quit my job, yes, I had some work lined up for sure, right? That was why I left at the time I did. But even if I didn't 6 months later down the line, I still would have left my job. And the feeling I got when I left wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna make all this money now. It was like I have the freedom
Yes.
to do what I love
That's cool.
every single day in the capacity that I want to.
That's great.
From now on, I'm living my
So-
life from now on the
So
way
how
I
could
want
you
to.
how could you help people step into that, Chris?
I think it starts with just like what you said. Like, what is one thing that you would do for free just because you purely love
That's
to do
right.
it? And that's a good place to start. That
great.
might not be the end thing that you're doing, and that might not be your end all be all,
Yep.
but that will get you on the path
Mhm.
towards the right
I
direction.
love that.
Right?
That's a
Because
really
my
good point.
purpose isn't just to make really cool videos and film really cool stuff, right? It's much bigger than
That's
that.
right.
And I'm starting to figure that out now that I'm diving back into like
Yes.
my faith and my relationship with God. Like
Yeah.
my purpose is way bigger than what
Yes.
we've been doing the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Well, you guys are changing lives too.
That's
Well,
the purpose.
I think I had a big wake up call. My big wake up call was, am I doing this for me or am I doing this for God? Am I doing my plan or am I doing God's plan?
Yeah, man.
And that was where the big thing hit, was like, what is my purpose? I had to go back and think about it, man. I'm like, what do I love? I'm like, and I always
Yes.
go back to this. If I have 24 hours to live, the
Ooh,
one thing that comes back to my mind is people, not paycheck.
it's people.
And I've just, every day I try to think about that. Every day I'm
Yes.
like, I got to chase people, not paycheck.
Love it. So good.
And finances will be there. Because if I
Yes.
chase the right people and I
That's
help
right.
the right people, those people will refer us in different spaces, put us in the rooms we
100%.
need to be in, and then goes back to, you know what did change my life? You know what I pray for every night?
What's that?
You taught me this. God, put the people in my life that I need.
Yeah, man.
And I think about like the day that you told me that, I thought about this the other day, and I'm like, I mean, Greg's been just
Amazing.
taught me so much about life. Like, I don't even care about the money and the things that we see things, the travel, the experiences, but like the coolest thing I think I heard from Greg one time was like, he gave a watch to this guy, and the guy asked for, it was one of his business partners. He's like, I want a Rolex, I want a blue one. Greg purposely went and bought a green Rolex. And I'm filming this, and I didn't know the business partner very well. And he opens it up, and he's like, oh, it's not the blue one. And I'm over here like, bro,
That's
this is a
Rolex.
this is a green Rolex.
That's a $25,000
And you're saying it's not blue?
Wow.
And Greg's just sitting there like, nothing phased him. And I'm over there like scratching my head like, wait a minute.
Right.
So like I step aside, I'm like, Greg,
Doesn't that bother you?
what hold on, time out. Like, what is going on? He's like, I don't give people something they want. I give them something that I want to give them. And I'm just like, he did it because he wanted to do it.
Sure.
Not for an expectation, but
Right.
because that's how he truly feels, and he's
Sure.
going to continue to give. Like,
That's the way you serve.
he knows he brings value to the table.
Yeah. That's right.
And like, he
really
knows
good.
he's a good person.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to bend a different way.
That's right. I love it.
And that's taught me a lot about life, is like, people are going to be people.
Yeah.
Like, love people, not the potential of people.
I love it. It's so good, man. That's
And
a really
that's
great statement.
really changed my mind.
Yeah.
Like, I've been really doing this thing, is like, does my mind, my heart, and my gut align with this person, this client, with this business opportunity? Because they all tell you different things. Like, have you ever thought of it that way?
Oh yeah.
Like a big decision, or dating somebody,
Yeah.
or Chris, should we do this? And you know, Chris, logical brain's going, yeah, maybe here. He's a lot more aware, and then his heart's like, oh yeah, I'm 1,000% in. My heart truly believes in this. And then his gut's like, I don't know about this client though.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and now I'm really learning align all three of those things.
That's good.
Has really changed the way of hell yes and hell no.
Yeah. I
Love
love
that. Yeah,
That's
that's
so
good.
good.
If they align,
So good.
that's what you need to lean into.
That's intuition, and for me, that is the Holy Spirit. Like the Holy Spirit speaks to you, myself, Chris. Like,
Discernment. Yeah.
oh, it's the discernment, right?
Yeah.
Like you get a sense, and you're like, it's not just a little intuition. It's this is legit. Like this gut feeling I have or don't have is gonna drive this decision. And the other thing that you said that I don't want it to be missed is like loving people where they're at, and really understanding that, you know, who they are is who they are, and where you're at is not where they're at. Like, patience with the process, man. Like, it took me 51 years to get where I'm at today.
Yeah.
And like, I think about people that have poured into me, and They probably were telling me the same thing at 40, at 30, at 20, but some people it just takes longer, right? So I think about me 20 years ago, and it's like, man, patient with people's process, you know?
I think when you say patience, that brought up something in my head. Is like being patient with other people and then being patient with yourself and your
Yes.
path are two very different things.
Yes.
Because I've learned how to be very patient with people.
Yeah.
I'm still not very patient with my own life.
Sure. Yeah.
And I feel like you
Come
can.
on, Chris.
I mean,
Spin the wheel, babe.
is that not exactly how we feel?
Yeah, no, it is.
I mean, we always feel like we're behind. We always feel like
Yes.
we're not doing enough. Like
Sure.
it's
Oh, yeah.
always like, what's next? What do we need to be doing?
I'm really trying to think like, what's important? I mean, dude, we're always going to be able to work.
Yeah.
We're always going to be able to make money. We're going to make money.
Yeah.
That's not the thing I'm worried about. Like I don't know really what my path is and my purpose necessarily. I know it's building the right thing with the right people.
Yeah.
And whatever lands in our lap with the right people, I don't really care.
Right. It's good.
Like I'm excited about whatever adventure me and you do in 3 years, 5
Yes.
years, 10, 15 years. Like pickyournuts.com, dude, is going to be $100 million company.
It's
I
gonna
know
be a
it
hit.
sounds crazy, but like,
The domain is already paid for.
yeah, like the way that I see that is like, we're just doing things we want to do with the
Yes.
people we want to do it with. Like
Yes.
Yeah.
that's the thing I think
Doing
life
really
is
cool
about.
things with really cool people, man.
Like
Yeah.
that's what I think life is about
Yeah.
at this point. Because if I die with $400 million in the bank, I don't really give a fuck. What I
Yeah.
cared about was the experiences, but not that the experience that I get to bring new people into new
That's it.
experiences.
That's it.
Like I get high off the life we live and being able to bring somebody along that
Yeah.
life.
That's awesome.
Like seeing their eyes excited. Like-
Yes.
Like the coolest thing, like Chris, we're gonna go do this. When we took Jack to all these different places,
Oh
like
yeah.
dude, I was so excited about that
Yeah,
because
I
like
love that.
it shows them that there's a life that you can live that you don't have to hate.
So good.
Like I
So
love
good,
my
man.
life.
Well,
The
and
possibility.
Two, it's selfless too. You think about it. When you got away from selfishness and doing it for you and started focusing on other people, you love it. Like that's now you're experiencing true joy.
Right.
Versus when it was all for you, and you were worried about what you were gonna do and only you, which we all have this, right? Like it changes the game.
Yeah.
And so others is extremely important to me as well.
I have a big
Yeah.
question I want to ask you guys, and this is something I keep asking myself. I don't know who to ask first. I'm trying to think of who's important right now. Chris, I want to ask you first. What is your future self telling you right now?
Keep going.
Yes. I was gonna
What-
say the same thing.
Just keep going. I mean, like
That's it.
we
What
talk
is
about it
what
all.
do you, like break it down. What do you really think your older self, your future self is like? Chris grabs you and shaking you, going, "Hey,
That's so good.
what is that thing? Because that thing is what we got to focus on."
I think he's telling me, one, listen to your gut more.
Yeah.
Follow through on it. And like I said, keep going. Like this is just a matter of time.
Yeah, that's right. You're on the
Like
right path.
I don't know that there's any wrong direction we're heading down right now. And if we are, we'll figure it out
Yep.
when something hits the fan.
Because you're resilient.
Because we're resilient
Yeah.
and that's how we've worked for the last
Yeah,
4 or 5 years
that's right.
together. But it's just to keep going because like what we're building, we're a part of the story right now. And
Good.
we know that when we get to that point, we'll never be finished. But when we get to a point where we can look back and feel accomplished and successful, our definition of successful, we will look back at the time we're sitting right here in this driveway and there's nothing to the right of us but a possibility and
Yeah.
a dream.
So good, man.
And part of it right there.
That's so good. I love it.
What's older Al telling you?
So I was gonna say the same thing. The difference I think with me is there's more. Like you get to a place and you think you've like accomplished so much when you look back at your life, and like God has so much more in store for me and adding value to a lot more people. I just see seas of people. Like one of the things, and I think I might have told you guys this, that I had a nightmare one time that I woke up from, and I was like, there were all these people that I could have helped, but I was too nervous or too scared to jump into the thing. And it really messed me up. And it was like, why did that, like, it's not a nightmare, like there's a boogeyman coming. It's
I could
that
have
there
done
were
more.
all these people that were just waiting. And so one of my goals every year is to double the amount of people that I have a positive impact on that I don't currently know. And so it's hard to calculate. It's very difficult to calculate, but I just start doing the mental math and go, all right, I spoke to, 2 weeks ago, I spoke to about 90 kids. Maybe I caught 45 of them. Maybe they have an impact on 45 as well. So I count 90 and I just add that to the board. So this year it's 14,000 people that I want to have an impact on.
Well, the volume though is like when we ride on the dry race board for the community, it was like, are you river or reservoir? These are people you don't even know.
That's right. Yep. That's
You have
it.
no idea that that number's there.
Yep.
Those people walk around and share that to somebody
That's
else.
exactly right.
That's the crazy part of your mental health, your life, your challenges has affected people you don't know.
That's right. Yeah.
Just to the people we've come into contact with. I mean, think about that impact. Like, we're all over the world all the time talking about you, Al.
You know who always asks about you is Dino and Nate.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You hit an impact on them, man.
Great
Like, and they're
guys.
around Annie Frisell and those guys, and they're like, man, how's Al? We really liked Al. Al's, man, what a guy. You know what I mean?
it's good, man. I think too, the thing that you guys do better than most is you're open. You hold your hands like this for people to come and enjoy the ride, where a lot of people are closed off and they just want to do the ride by themselves.
Yeah.
So I think that community piece that both of you have a heart for, and myself as well, I think that's why we get along so well and we vibe so well.
We're all drivers.
Yeah, that's it. We drive, but we're also not selfish.
Yeah.
Like, this is about, like, you love to see the glimmer in someone's eye when they see the vision of what you created. Same thing. I saw you in action, watching you show someone what's possible when it came to a video, and the person's mind was blown.
I wanted to read their book versus them. I share mine. Like,
Yep.
I want to know your story.
That's it.
You know what I mean? I think that's important for all aspects. Is like, to be more interesting, you have to be more interested. And
Yeah.
Ed Milet, that stuck with me. He doesn't even know me.
If you could whisper one thing into your younger self's ears, what would it be?
You want me to go first? Or you want to go
Yeah,
first?
you go first.
Al, this is kind of crazy because actually I think my older self and my younger self are probably going to say the exact same thing. You're thinking too small.
Wow.
Go bigger. Vision more. Like, my vision that I have in my head, like, I think I've limited because I'm scared of what people might think of this crazy idea,
Yeah.
this crazy vision, this crazy thing we build until it happens. And like, I've pushed myself and hesitated so much of my life based on the fear of that I should have dreamed bigger. I should have pushed the limits, and I should have just did it anyway.
Yeah. So good, man. So good. That's great.
Thinking small,
Yeah.
go big.
How about you, Hank?
I've been thinking about that. That's tough.
Yeah. It's a tough one, man. It's
I think it depends on what age I'm talking to myself here, but for the majority of my childhood, I'd say I was a pretty shy kid, and I didn't really speak. I mean, when I was younger, I would literally let my brother speak for me in conversation, like sometimes introduce myself. So I was just so afraid of putting myself out there because I was afraid of not being accepted, because I thought I was a little different or a little weird and didn't know how to speak right, and so I just didn't speak. And so there's probably two things I'd tell my younger self. It'd be one, it'd be a question. Who is Chris? Who is Chris Hinckley? Truly. And then also, I would tell him to speak up.
Wow. That's good.
Because I think I would have had a lot more confidence. I would have discovered a lot more about who I was at a younger age if I would have spoke up more.
So good. So good.
So
There's a quote that's been really just drilling into me every day. Be the person your younger self needed. That hurts me. That gets me going.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, man, I needed this. I needed safety. I need confidence. I needed belief. I needed all these things. People, why you work so hard? I want to be that person for my younger self.
Yes.
Because I'm going to have one of those at some point in my
That's
life.
right. That's right.
And I got to be the best that I can be. Why am I working so hard? For my future self, for my future kids, for my future wife, for future business, whatever we build. That's why I work the way that I do.
That's right.
I want to be able to have that. What about you, Al?
There's two, right? So one's, man, you are worthy, like, and you're enough. Those are the two.
When did you learn those things, Al?
Man,
How old were you?
It's been a journey, bro.
How old were you when you felt that?
29.
When you felt worthy?
29 when
What about feeling enough?
same around the same time where it started, that the journey started. I don't think you ever arrive completely at these things. Like, I talk about identity a lot, but I think it's like that epiphany when I was truly at my wit's end, worst case scenario, almost going to prison. It was like I got a second chance. And once I got a second chance and I started to believe who God said I was versus what everybody else said, or what I was telling myself, it changed everything for me. And so that hope, like, for people, I want everybody to experience that they are enough and that they're perfect the way they're built. And now it's just about growth. Like, just get better. Like, that's it. Like, get better. There's more.
Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when you don't feel worthy, you don't feel enough, you don't take any chances. You don't bet on yourself. And so that's the one thing that I wish I would have heard as a kid. And it's not that I don't even know, I'm sure my parents told me. Like, my mom and
There's a difference between somebody telling you
That's
something and feeling something.
yeah,
You know, I can tell you everything you want to
That's
hear,
right,
but until
exactly.
you feel it, you're not going to feel it.
that's right.
You know, I always say, like, imperfections is what makes people perfect.
Yes.
Like, your truest self, the brokenness of you is the value that grows you into the person you're supposed to be.
Yes.
Because you kind of almost have to reteach yourself everything, like,
right.
based upon, like, what skill set did my dad teach me mindset? His background, his story. Like, we don't live the same story.
Right.
So I have to rewire my brain. I've been listening to this video every single day by Napoleon Hill on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest thing it's teaching me right now is to control my emotions. The strongest person in the room is the person that can sit back and somebody can throw an opinion at you or, you know, judge you, and you can sit there and not worry about it because you're so in tune with who you are that it doesn't faze you.
That's right.
You know, like, I've been taught my whole life that anger, you know, and bitterness and intensity of someone yelling was strong. This video teaches me every day to calm down.
It's the opposite.
And the strongest person in the room is the person who can control the room.
Love it.
And
So
it's like, I get
So
overwhelmed. I go walk. I listen to this YouTube video, and I'm free.
Yeah.
I'm not heavy no more. And I'm like, I don't have to live in this no more.
It's good, man.
It's been life-changing for me.
It's so good.
Zay sent it to me, and Zay and Greg have been just such an impact to our life. And he sent it to me, and I'm 5 minutes in. I texted him. I said, hey, this YouTube video is going to change my life.
Yeah.
And I knew immediately. I'm like, this is exactly what I needed to become the version that I need to be.
Yeah. It's so good. Our pastor the other day said, what kind of preacher are you to yourself? Like, what are you telling yourself? Because to your point, it doesn't matter what I tell you guys or what you tell me. It's what I'm telling myself, because I'm preaching to myself all day.
I tell people all the time, like, whenever I'm like talking about how do you brand yourself, talking about how to improve your life, how to become more fit, I'm literally
Yes.
telling myself these things because
right.
they're usually things that I'm struggling with.
That's right. Well, that's why being a coach is so awesome, because I'm coaching you on
You
things
just get vulnerable.
that I get to do better.
Yeah.
Well, you get different perspectives of different people.
Yes.
So you're able to navigate which lane you need to jump in for specific people. And you're like, wow, everything's based on perspective.
That's it.
Like, life
That's
is
what I'm
everything.
after. Like, everything's changed for me now. I am after perspectives, plural, not just 1, 2, 3. I want multiple perspectives, because to control your emotions has everything to do with how you receive things and what you see, how many angles you see. And most people focus on their perspective only. We were talking about this earlier about people, whether it's politics or whatever, the unwillingness to be open and listen to others without judgment or hate. And our country right now is in a state, and I don't want to throw this out because I don't know if it's for everybody, but you just see such it's polarizing. You're either this or you're that. And it's like, stay neutral, man. Be open. Like, see other people's perspectives, and then you'll gain wisdom. And ultimately, the more I get in tune with God's perspective, that's what I want to have, because he's looking at us and he's going, man, if you just, like, he sees our entire life. And yet we think that it's all about this moment, and it has nothing to do with just this moment.
Right.
That moment passes in 5 years.
It
You're not going to
does.
remember it.
You're not going to remember the thing you're upset about, the thing you're frustrated with. It's like, It's minuscule, bless you.
Thank you.
You know, but in essence, that's what we focus on. We focus on the immediate so often.
Well, that's based on like society of fear.
Mm-hmm.
They can control with fear. Like
Yeah.
fear motivates, moves
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
Like Chris, what's your fear?
A fear?
What's your fear?
My fear is not being the best father and
Mm.
husband I can be to my family.
Mm.
Al, what's your fear?
I'm not scared of much, man. Now it's weird. I don't know if I have a fear of. I mean, definitely the opinion of others still has an impact on me. It's not the strongest fear, but it's still there.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I'd probably do more. And I'd say, again, the second thing was that I'm not doing enough, and other people I missed. Like there were people that I could add value to that I didn't, and I don't want that to happen. Like I just feel like there's this row of people, lines and lines of people that I'm like, they were like, hey, I was here if you'd have just stepped out a little bit more, took a little bit more risk.
Right.
How about you?
I don't know. That's a tough one. I've been trying to think about that. I mean, I definitely have a fear of, not being good enough in phases, which drives me to do the things I do, which is a blessing and a curse.
Yes, for sure. It drives you.
Right? Like, I want to be being human. And sometimes I put myself in my own box, what I can and can't do based
Yeah.
upon my limitations or judgment or validation. But I think the fear of it is like, goes back to a quote Dino said, is like, I don't want to build something that lasts forever. I don't want to last forever, but I want to build something that does.
Oh, yeah.
And like, my
That's
fear of not doing that every day scares the shit out of me.
Sure.
Like, I don't know, when I close my eyes, because I like to vision, I'm a visionary.
Yeah.
If me and Chris build the things we're gonna do, like I can visually see it. It's an emotion. I can feel it. That's the thing that I think is different from a lot of people, is like I can feel where me and Chris are going. Like it's just
Yes.
non-negotiable. Like I see Chris literally next to us, next to each other, just doing the coolest shit. But then I also see all the people in front of us, behind us, and side by us that their life changed.
Yeah. That's
Because
right.
we were willing to take a risk. We were willing to do something different. We were able to think outside the box on what does life mean. And we talked about this today, but like having a rich life. What society's taught us to have as a rich life is like we are so against it. And I think that's something we're trying to push these days.
So
And I think
good.
that's going to be the attraction that we gain here, is thinking differently.
So good. That's a great point about, and again, it goes back to like both of you are extremely passionate about what you do. I think when you find a sweet spot, you start to run at it with passion, and then it becomes like you become uncapped, and your potential now, you start busting through the limits that you thought you had for yourself 10 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever it is. And so both y'all's passion for what you do and changing lives and changing people's visions is amazing. It's very similar to what I love.
Yeah.
I'm passionate about what I do. Like I love.
You're passionate about people.
Yeah, that's it.
Like I think about where we're going, what we're doing, but not one part of me thinks about it as like a me thing.
Mm,
It's what can we do to help these people that don't know what we're doing. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like the feeling that me and Chris get to have, the reason I'm passionate, the reason I speak about this all the time is because like, why would I not want to scream at somebody and say, hey, you can have this life
Yes.
that you enjoy versus existing versus living. Like
Yes.
I'm so passionate about that because
That's
I've
it.
done both. Seeing Chris in a cubicle to seeing him now is the highlight of my life.
He's free.
It's exciting. It's like, dude, your life literally transformed
Yep.
into who you're supposed to be because you took a risk.
Yep. You
Yeah.
took the risk.
And it's just like, that blows
It's
my
awesome.
mind.
Well, and two, that's why I think Chris's story is so strong too. Like the impact that it's going to have on people as he continues to speak and share it with people is like that is a missing component from most people's lives. The willingness to take a small risk. And you said that I had some business, but it was still a risk because everything that
dude.
you knew was going
Half
this
of what
direction.
was promised when I left my job didn't come at the end
Mhm.
of the year. So,
Right.
but it didn't matter to me. I was just looking for an excuse.
Right.
I just knew that I needed time and I wanted time to do what I love. So
So
that's what drove that decision. But you talk about doing what you love for free. I would have done it for free.
Yeah, that's right. That's me.
Eventually I
Same.
would have had to make some money doing something, right?
Yeah.
But I wanted to just do it for free. Like I
Yeah.
would have just done it for free.
That's so good,
Did
man.
you send me that video on Instagram about the guy with the fruit? No,
I don't
it was a
remember.
pastor. This affected me. I want you guys to listen to this. He said, God wants you to give with nothing in return. And I'm like, how hard
Yes.
is it to do that? It's the hardest thing as a human being to be able to do that. The way he explained it, though, he was like, an apple tree
Yeah.
doesn't need apples. Banana tree doesn't need bananas. He's like, what are those designed for? It's designed for you to give your gift away
Someone else.
to
That's
someone
right.
else without having anything in return.
That's
And he's
right.
like, people come by and get the nourishment from the fruit and keep moving.
That's
And
right.
like, dude, it hit me. I'm like,
So good.
always move, out of love, not for love. And like, that has really affected me recently of
Yeah.
like, just keep pushing your gift.
Yeah. I love it, dude.
You know
It's
what I
so
mean?
good. It's such a great, it's so refreshing too to be around both of you that you both have that mindset and that like finding other people and again the patience piece of allowing people to break out of where they're at.
Yeah.
That's the hard part, right?
It
but
is the
it's
hard part.
but it is definitely worth it when you see like someone bust past that, start to actually believe in themselves and pursue their potential. Like it's amazing to watch.
That's the coolest feeling. If you
Yeah.
can bottle that up and have that every day,
That's it.
that's a fulfilled life.
That's the juice.
Chris, what do you consider a rich life?
It's definitely changed a lot. If you were to ask me like 5 years ago, I would have told you the big house, the nice cars, all the fancy stuff. I think a rich life is freedom. I keep coming back to the word freedom
Mm,
in my brain, to do what you want to do with the people you want to do it with.
yes.
Because at the end of the day, like if you have control of your life, then you can do some really cool things with it. And I'd say you're pretty fulfilled. And if
Yeah.
you don't live a fulfilled life, there's only one person to blame at the end of the day. It's you.
So,
So
good,
as long as you have,
Mic drop.
so good. I
as long as you have the freedom,
Yeah.
it's
on you.
It's up to you.
I love that.
What is a rich life to you?
Man, it's changed, and it's even changed over the last couple of years. To be honest, like people talk about success, and our society talks a lot about success, and everybody's got a different definition. And so my definition's changed, man. It's like now it's obedience. Like when I feel the prompt from God to do something or say something, and I don't, like I feel
Mm.
like it's unsuccessful. But I feel like as long as I keep stepping in that direction and being obedient to what I'm feeling, what I'm hearing from Him in that pursuit of being closer to Him, because He's opening up opportunities for me, but He's also opening up hearts through me. And I'm watching people's hearts change right before my eyes. That's how He's helped me. And I just want to keep passing that on to other people that, look, stop holding on to things like this. Like, this is a much better life.
River.
River, not a reservoir. You know?
Yeah, I was listening to Napoleon
love
Hill, and
that.
he's like, "Be a river." He's like, as the water guides, it goes up banks, it goes around trees, it goes different ways, and he's like, "That's the control that you need."
That's it.
And
That's
I'm
it,
like,
man. Well, and two, we think we have so much control in this life, and we actually do not.
No.
We can chart our path and start.
Perspective, buddy.
That's it. We start to plan, and things don't go the way that we want it to go, and that's okay, as long as you keep stepping in the direction of your potential.
Well, I think that's a sign. I think a lot of people force something that's,
Yeah.
you don't look in a box of a puzzle and say, this piece is going to fit here, and I'm going to be able to look in the box, and I'm going to be able to find this puzzle piece that matches this one.
Yes.
You got to dump the puzzle on the table, and you have to start moving things around and seeing different perspectives in order for this puzzle to be created as art.
Yes.
And that's kind of how I'm seeing life right now, is like, this puzzle's not supposed to fit here. Try a different one.
That's
Move a different
right.
way.
Yes.
Let's have perspective on what you're trying to see versus look in the other direction.
That's right. I
Like,
love
you
that.
know what's wrong or right, and you
Sure.
I choose every time. Not every time, but
Most times.
I'm like, I see it. Is this really what I'm supposed to be doing?
Right.
Now I'm going to force this puzzle to make it work.
Yes. That's
That
our
ain't
will.
how it works.
That's our will. We push it. The other thing, the other piece on that is, the obedience piece. I think I look at legacy different now because I have 2 girls. Eventually I'll have grandkids. And it's like, what legacy did I leave that had nothing to do with an inheritance of money? And it's like,
Well, that's the value.
right. And so are my values right now and what I believe in and the faith that I have, is that being passed on for generations? Where there, I heard this one time that I loved. It's like my kids now, my ceiling is their floor. And I want that to happen for generations. Like, I don't want people to go through the same things. I'm like, look, you're already here. You're standing on my shoulders. Now their kids will stand on their shoulders, and their impact for this world will be dramatically different than mine was at the time it was. But it started with people before me that came before me that were praying for me, that were hoping that I could show up the way that I needed to show up,
Right.
So it's changed for me a lot. But I'm a little older.
Al, here's a perspective that we don't get to have on the show as much as we would like to have. What have you seen in our generation versus your generation that's a good thing and a bad thing?
Yeah.
What do you take the good qualities of your life
Mm.
and jump it into now? Like what's a good thing that you
I think
see,
that
and then what's a bad thing that you see from
I love.
parents, generations? Like,
Yep.
what do you see?
So from my generation, I see fixed mindset as this is the way, and not being open to what a younger generation is actually doing, because I believe the younger generation is changing the game. And so people blame and say, "Oh, they want shortcuts." I don't think that's. I think what they're finding is that they don't want the life that their parents or their grandparents lived. I love that. Like, I'm so open to that. And I get so frustrated when people are like, "Oh, stay with the job, and you'll get a retirement and a pension." It's like, wait, but they're not even happy.
Yeah.
So why would they do that? Like, I love the fact that a younger generation, from you guys and even younger, that it's actually looking at something and going, I actually could do that, and I'll do it in a lot less time. Like, I love that aspect of it. The part I don't love about the generation, and it's not even a generation, it might be a culture, is this need for instant gratification.
Mm.
Like, it doesn't happen overnight. You guys are proof of that. I'm proof of that. That this takes time and consistency. And so when disappointment happens and then people quit, that bothers me because they think it should happen overnight. That's what I don't like about the younger generation. But I also think there's people that are going to continue the path and keep growing, and they're going to get what they want, and they're going to enjoy their life.
What do you think the future generation is going to run into? Because like we're kind of in a middle
Yeah.
area,
Right. Yes.
and you teach a mindset like kids in our future when we have kids are going to dominate. I hope
Yes. I hope.
because they're going to have a different mindset.
Sure.
What do you think like in the future generation? Like what does it look like?
What's the challenge they're going to run into?
Like the way I see it is okay. There's going to be a very 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 small amount of people that dominate.
Yeah.
Because they know how to work hard. They know how to go through grit. They know how to go through challenge.
Sure.
I don't know if kids in the future are going to be able to deal with that.
I agree. I think people are soft. But I'm not even going to say it's kids. I'm watching culture now is way too soft.
Social media. I mean,
Yes.
social media is why.
And people are getting what's influencing them is not real life.
Right.
And so the rude awakening of like, this is hard. Like, I bet you, and I was going to ask you guys this question, but like, what is a myth that people believe about your success so far, or where you guys are, versus what it took? What are they missing? Like, what do they not know?
Go ahead.
Well, I'd say they don't know a lot because we don't really show it all. But they don't understand that, when they see us in Hawaii on a mountain with the sun coming in and the beach and our shirts off and like we're fit, is like we worked really hard to look that way. And we worked really hard to get to be able to do jobs like that aren't just in Texas.
Right.
And it's a struggle alone just to accomplish those jobs. When we travel and do those things, like it's very hard, and it takes a lot of coordination and people and planning and like creativity and direction. And it's just like all of these things combined together allow us to be able to do these things that people see. And we could definitely show a lot more of the grit, but we also just don't always have the time to film our entire lives.
Yeah.
And so I'd say a lot of people miss those hard times because when you're going through a hard time, the last thing you want to do is break out a camera and film it, right?
Right.
So that's why you don't see it a lot.
See the highlights.
You see the highlights.
That's
What social media is. That's what Instagram is.
Yes.
That's everything you see online is most often the highlights. And if it's not, it's a documentary.
So good, man.
Right?
That's so good.
And
That's
so
true.
I think that a lot of people miss the lows. They miss the tough times.
Yes.
and then they just see the end result, and it's hard to not understand anything other than that if that's all you see.
So good, man. How about you, Wes?
Repeat the question so I make sure I.
So it's more about like when people look at you in your life and what you're experiencing and what you get to do. What's the myth? What do they not know?
I think there's this period of okay, and this is a big topic for me right now, that it's so easy to support your friends. You don't have to financially support your friends. You can post, you can tell a friend, you can rock their clothes, you can buy this, and you don't have to buy anything. You can have a friend buy it. There's so many ways to support your friends. And so like for me, I think there's a time period where people are so scared, right, because of judgment and fear, that if they fail a business, their friends will judge them. But what happens is you usually have somebody that's going to jump out there and do it anyway. And you have like a little bit of support from like people local. And then it goes from there to, okay, now they're getting some volume, some traction here.
Yeah.
Now all those people are like, this guy's pushing too much stuff out. He's doing too much. So they all back up. Then you're on this long path by yourself where you're like, I got to do this anyway. You got people that are negative. You got people that don't believe in you. You got all these things, and you grow this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
They're
you're
back.
successful.
They're back.
But what happens is you built this whole new audience that has no idea what your past is.
Yes.
They believe in who you are now, not your past. And now you've built this culture and community. And then all of a sudden, all those people that didn't believe in you jump on the bandwagon.
I love it.
And I think like we're trying to showcase that you can do it all as long as you have the right people. But, you know, I try to show the vulnerable side of me, but also I'm in that transition period where people see it as weak. But in reality, it's really strong. The fact that I'm out there throwing something vulnerable online when you don't have the balls to do it anyway.
So good.
But I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, that's good.
So I'm not lying to myself where I am or what I'm doing.
Right.
And what's going to happen is, yeah, it might attract those people, but I've learned with life, the two things people are attracted to is pain and pleasure. Pleasure is the highlight page, and pain is what they're actually relating to that's going to help them move and build and grow a community. So the way that I see it is like, cool, if I can relate to people, I can grow people.
Yep.
But if people think I'm better than them, they're not going to support me. They're going to watch me. They're going to follow me, but they're not going to support me.
That's good.
And so like, I think with highlight and social media is like, yes, you see the highlight side of things. And my big goal is just to be who I am and go through the phases that I am. And if you don't support it, you probably don't align with me.
That's good.
And that's really hard to do.
Yeah.
But I think it's extremely dangerous. Because the more I put myself out there,
Yeah.
it gives more reasons for people to slash me, push me down.
Yep.
But I got to have a right amount of people that also lift me up in order to do that and believe in that. I'm posting some stuff on TikTok that I probably wouldn't post, but it's super vulnerable. If my sister saw it, she'd be like, what are you doing?
Right. Yeah. Judgment.
But also,
it's helping someone.
When I build this thing and I grow this thing and Chris starts doing it too, and we have 200 people out here, my sister's going to go, oh, how'd this happen?
It worked.
Oh, because I relate with these people that are going through similar situations.
So good, man.
So like, that's our big goal is like, look, no bad days, bad moments.
Yeah, that's it.
And we're here for you.
Yeah, that's really good.
I don't know. I want to change the way I do my social media because I've been judged my whole life.
Yeah. Well, and the judgment's not going to go away.
No.
Like that's the one thing that you can guarantee is people on the sidelines are on the sidelines for a reason.
Yeah.
They're not in the game. And they like to judge the people that are in the game. They're, you know, there's a lot of you can really deflect by pointing out someone else's flaws. And so, you know, as I think about that, as you just brought something to mind for me is people ask me about just speaking and like, how did you get, I said, I did it scared. Like, it's not that I wasn't scared. I just did it.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I think is a big myth is that, you know, I have it all together. I don't.
Well, that's the thing is like people then don't think you're real.
That's right.
Like you look at Andy Frisella. Why is Andy Frisella Andy Frisella? Because he got stabbed in the fucking face. That's the truth.
Yeah.
That's what created like Chris, because he got long hair. Like people remember Chris for his long hair. Like that's something that identifies Chris.
And he's got a nice physique
but he used to not.
He's a good looking white boy.
Like look at him now, right? But like that's his identity. You know what I mean? And so I feel like when you grow a social media, it's really hard to, example, Al, you start posting happiness content and different things that are constantly pushing positive vibes.
Yeah.
The day that you have a bad day, what happens?
What happens when I have a bad day? I don't have a bad day. I have a bad moment.
Exactly. But my point is, like, people
It's good.
see you as this
They do.
this
That's 100% accurate.
this aura that's nothing happens, and like
Yes,
then they
agree.
start hating you because they're like, oh, this guy is not
Right, not real.
real.
Yeah.
And
So,
so, but then
yeah.
you're also hated for posting
Something that's vulnerable.
vulnerable.
Right. When I speak, like it was hard for me to speak about, like, almost going to prison. Like being a convicted felon is not something you want to brag about. But I know when people heard that, they were like,
He's
whoa.
real.
They're like, wait,
They're listening.
yeah, it's all of a sudden I'm paying attention that
Yeah.
he could do something in spite of that. So the same thing with our marriage. Like me and my wife almost got divorced, and no one would know that. And people that were even hanging with me at the time had no idea, because you asked the question earlier about how many people check on you. Not many. And so what am I going to do? Just go tell them? No.
How do you build a brand like that? How do you build a brand like everything's good? That's the thing I'm trying to
Yeah.
explain, is like,
Yeah.
when Andy sits there and tells his story and his
Right.
pain, and he has all these relatable people, and he pushed through, and he has the grit, and he has the challenge, then he created that audience that started following him.
Sure. Yeah.
And like, so what we're trying to do here is say, hey, you're heard, you're safe, you're seen, we believe in you through your ups and downs.
Right.
We're not perfect. Like, Chris looks like Thor, but sometimes he, isn't Thor. That's okay.
I don't wake up looking like
You don't wake up like this.
Yeah, he
it took
does. He
all
wake
day
up
for
like
me
that.
to
Took
look like this. What do you mean? Washed my hair, did my curling product.
the other thing that I want to speak about on that too is it is less about me now. Like it's less about what you talk about brand a lot, and I talk about brand too. But I also think that, like, I want people to see the God in me, like that I still love you even though you did me wrong, and that has nothing to do with how you treat me. Like I want people to see him instead of me,
Yeah.
which is a dramatic shift from when I was younger.
Yeah.
And
Facts.
that piece for me is like it's at an ultra sensitive high right now. Like I am less focused on what do you think about me, and it's like, hey, I'm a screw up, but look at who my God is. Like he's changed everything, and he gives me the ability to do the things that I'm doing, forgive the people I'm forgiving, move forward, and continue to add value to people that would never add value to me at all.
Yeah.
So that's different. And I want people
It's
to know
hard.
that that's not me. That's him in me. Because
Yeah.
me is selfish. Like I'm selfish.
Yeah, we all
We're
are.
all selfish.
Yeah.
But once you start to get transformed, all of a sudden now it's about others in spite of what they do, which is exactly the way he treats me.
Mm,
Well, move in peace.
that's deep.
Like
That's
that's the
good.
hardest thing to do. It's like, no matter what you do to me, I'm going to continue to move the way that I need to move.
Yeah. That's it, man.
That's the power.
Yeah.
That's
love
the control your emotions.
Yeah.
That's the sauce.
That's it.
That's the secret.
That one
talent.
just ding. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. And it again, it's like there's days when I don't want to, but it's not about what I want to do. It's not about my feeling, because my feelings, all of our feelings, we all have feelings, but when feelings start to drive your actions,
Al's
that's
ripping.
loud.
Al's ripping over there.
Is that a race car?
He's flooring that son of a bitch.
Wow.
Bing.
There
But-
goes Mater out there.
Yeah, but back to like feelings driving and what do I want to do? What do I feel like doing? Like that's just not the way. It's like a child. Child does things out of feelings, out of emotion. So we're grown. So grow up. Like it's not about how you feel. You guys,
How do you
you're
change
disciplined.
those emotions? Because I struggle with this a lot, right? Like Chris can vouch for, like, I've definitely changed in many ways, but I'm growing in that space.
Yeah.
My natural nervous system that's
Yeah.
my safe place.
Sure.
Is chaos.
Yeah.
The way I was
I remember
raised.
you telling me that.
So like it's really, really hard. And I think Chris does a good job calming me down.
Yeah.
Like in many ways.
Yeah.
I'm high strung for sure. But like, how do you control those kinds of
So
things?
good. It's such a great question. It's so hard to explain this.
Like to rip your entire nervous system. Like,
yeah.
Chris,
Oh.
can I speak about your depression a little bit? Like when you
Okay.
jump into that phase, you know you have it, yet your natural nervous system
Slam.
shutting down. Your mind, your heart, your guts going, dude, don't get up today. I can't do this today. Like, how do you convince yourself to say fuck your emotions and continue to push towards what you're supposed to push?
So good.
I've been there.
Yeah.
How do
I
you
live
do it,
it-
bro? Like, how many people deal with that every
Can't
day?
do it. And
No,
can't
yeah,
do
that's
it.
what I'm saying. Is like, I think once you prove to yourself that it's as easy as just going against whatever feeling you have when you wake up in the morning. And once you make that first decision to go against that, it domino effects the rest of your day. And once you see that happen one day, that will always be in the back of your mind when
Yeah.
you wake up feeling depressed and you don't want to get out of bed. And you think back to that one day when you actually didn't give into that and how good you felt not giving into
So
it.
good.
And once that is ingrained inside of you, then you can start to heal. Because every day you wake up, you're just like, forget it.
Yeah.
I'm going right in to start my day the way
That's
I wanted to, the way I
Yes.
intended to the
Well,
night before.
You know what you need to do.
And it
Yeah.
creates momentum,
Yeah,
right?
it's
So
so
like when
good.
I wake up every morning, like I do something active. I'm my best when I go for a run, I do a hit workout, I go for a walk. I got to do something active to start my day. And so I do that. And it's sometimes really hard to get out of bed, and sometimes I wake up ready to go. But as long as I just do it no matter how I feel,
Yes.
then I know the rest of my day is a lot better.
Love it, man.
Yeah.
And
There
I
was
can
a-
overcome it.
There was a
So
military
good.
guy I heard the other day, and he was like, "Quit tomorrow." You heard that?
Yeah, I love this one.
You heard that?
Nuh-uh. I don't think I've heard it.
He's in boot camp.
Oh, he keeps saying quit tomorrow.
I'll
quit
quit tomorrow.
Yes.
And then for me, like when I have a sad day or I'm not myself, first thing I tell myself is, hey,
quit tomorrow.
take a nap. Take tomorrow. You're gonna have a weird day today, but tomorrow just sleep this. Your natural system's gonna reset, and you're gonna go crush tomorrow. Like that's what I have to tell myself
That's
when I have
good.
those days.
It's really
It's
good.
like it's just a day.
That's
It's
right.
just a day.
It's a day. And it's a moment, actually.
It's
Right.
a
It's a moment.
So it's think about again. The other thing too is I think a lot of people and again the things that I'm sharing. It's not like I've known this all my life. Like it's happened over time, and I'd say rapid growth over the last 5 to 10 years. But God's given me a vision for my life. So people talk about vision boards. It's like, well, wait, cool. I'm glad you want all those things, but I now have a vision for my life. We have a family vision. Like these things are things that it's like it's different now. It's like this is who I'm becoming, and without those non-negotiables, I don't become that person. So that's number one: is have a vision for your life.
Well, Al, you have a secret talent of being in tune with things. You can read people before they can read themselves.
Mhm.
You have a way to connect with people where it's like, hey, family, come on. We're going to talk today. People don't even have dinner anymore.
It's true.
People text each other in a different room.
Yeah,
Like, I think it comes back to one phone call can fix a lot.
that's right.
One chat can fix a lot.
Yeah,
It's
That's
just like having that conversation that you need to have that you don't want to have.
Yeah.
Lets your nervous system relax.
Sure.
Usually.
yeah. Well,
I
the other
mean-
thing too, the one thing that I think is missing a lot of times, and a lot of people, this is another myth, is like, so the renewing of your mind that you guys do all the time, that's changing who you are, number one. So that when the things that used to keep you in bed don't keep you in bed anymore.
Right.
But the second thing is, I think we try really, really hard, and there's a significant difference, and I'll try to simplify this. And I heard it one time, and it stuck with me. It's like behavior modification versus spiritual transformation. People try and try and try. But I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I'm going to pray about this, number one, because I need help with this. I can't do this, but you can in me and through me. And so I'll take spiritual transformation over behavior modification all day. And that is something that why people say this is so hard. It's so hard. I said, because you keep trying and you're doing it in your own will and your own strength. But there's someone greater that can actually help you at the drop of a hat. And then it becomes transformation. So I believe that my transformation occurred as I became closer to Christ. Like that's when it started to occur. Otherwise, I'd still be pushing, frustrated. I'd have less hair than I do now, which I can't get less hair, but the stress of it all, right? Because it's all about I've got to get it done and I've got to push. Now my mind is transformed little by little, but it doesn't happen overnight.
You got to give it up.
You got to give it. You got to submit it.
Yeah.
That's
and you
it.
get that relief
Yeah.
too. It's real.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, when I
amazing.
get overwhelmed, I literally, this is what I say out loud. I'm like, God's plan. And then I
Yeah.
just, and I have to repeat that all day.
Yeah. And
Like-
this is the thing, we underestimate the power of prayer so much. I'm guilty of throwing up prayers and going, yeah, I'm going to pray. And I do, but I don't wholeheartedly believe until I do. And then when I start to believe and I start to see things, I'm like, it increases my faith. And then I'm like, he can flip this in a heartbeat. Like I was talking to someone recently that's going through divorce, and he's talking about the money he's about to lose. And I'm like, dude, God can replace that money in a month. Like, you have no idea. So don't go borrow trouble. Like, let's just focus on the day and getting you through the day. You have no idea what's in store for you. Let's not worry about the future. Let's focus on what you're doing today.
Yeah.
That goes kind of back to my speech that I do is like furnace identity happiness is like
yes.
I've really learned that no matter if I'm in the trench, people think I'm crazy, but it's possible to be happy. And I think everybody dives into happiness different. Joy,
Yes.
gratefulness, and opportunity is like first I think opportunity. Why am I in this situation? What is God showing me? What is he teaching me?
Yes. It's a
Right?
lesson. There's always a lesson.
Right. Yeah. And then I have to go back. Okay. Am I grateful today? I'm alive. I'm up. I have food. I have both my legs. I have my friends. We have the business. Like, cool. I'm grateful. And then you know what? I'm going to go find my joy today.
Mm,
That's the way that I stay happy.
that's great.
Even though I have some stuff going on,
Yep.
I know at the end of the day, this is going to mold me and shape me. Kind of like you said, it's like God's working through me to get to people. It's like,
Yes.
I'm not going to reserve my heart because someone broke it.
That's a bar.
If God gave me this beautiful heart, why would I reserve it?
Yeah, I love it. And too often, that's why what I admire about you and what you just said is too often people let that callous them and they don't give it away anymore.
No, that was me, dude, for
Yes.
31 years. Like I
Yes.
was, Chris knows, I was the coldest, dude. I was Mr. Freeze. Bro, I would just cold shut down. That was my nervous system I'm talking about. My nervous system go, hey, this is your comfortable place. You're on your own, and that's where you're good. You know that you can hold yourself by yourself. That was my safe place.
Right.
But the day that I broke that through peace
Yes.
and love was the greatest thing that I've ever been able to do because I moved how I needed to move for once. I have no anger. I have no bitterness anymore. Like, I did it the right way instead of just
Yeah.
go cold. Like, I broke that cycle of
Yeah.
my life that I've wanted to break my whole life.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and two, not only did you break it for you, but the other thing too is there's things called generational curses that you experience and you pass down to family members as well, kids and grandkids. So you broke that for your kids, and you broke that for your grandkids.
Yeah, and Chris, you're dude. I gotta just tell you how proud I am, dude. Like you've broke so many things that with, I mean, we're not gonna get too deep into this conversation, but I mean, I get to see everything that nobody else gets to see. Like I'm beyond proud of you, bro, by breaking so many things that
Yes.
you hated growing up or that you didn't want to be like. And I know that still sits with you,
Yeah, I mean, it's a
but like,
driver.
but bro, not even close.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank you, brother.
I got to give you so much credit that
Yeah.
you've been disciplined, you've been, pushing towards a different life, and like sometimes I feel like sometimes you still don't see it,
It's
but
true.
like we see it. We're like, dang, dude.
Well, I just commented to him today. I was like, dude, your ability to stay neutral and in regardless of what's said, because that's part of emotional intelligence too, is knowing your triggers, what's triggering you,
Yeah.
and then having a strategy to figure out how do I maintain during this, because now I can keep him back in flow
Yeah.
versus it taking you completely out. So it's amazing growth. Like,
Yeah, it just helps me not get emotional about things. Like,
Yep.
Chris has been pretty good at that. Now he approaches things in just a whole another blessing. Like he's amazing at being able to listen and hear and be there for you, no matter if something might have triggered him. Like he's good at that. Like you're
Yeah.
really good at that.
thank you. man.
so good.
That's the thing I struggle with.
Well,
Like,
you've gotten better though too.
I have. I got to
Yeah.
give myself some credit.
Yeah,
I
you
have.
really have.
It's just go for a walk.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Like,
Well, too,
Well-
but the other thing too is your awareness about that for you.
well, that's the thing is like I tell people this all the time. Have you tested your triggers?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Well, do you know your triggers? Well, how do you test triggers? You throw yourself in the furnace, and then also like I say this in the dating space is like if I'm alone, I can rebuild myself and have my identity and become who I need to be and be better and all these different things. The day that you attach to another person, you're coming back down that mountain
Ooh,
and you're going, wait a minute,
dangerous.
I'm testing my relationship triggers. That's a whole different
That's right,
game than
for
personal
sure.
triggers. Where it's
100%.
like,
I'm there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like testing a relationship trigger is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Is like, I'm getting screamed at, and I'm sitting here still holding your hand, like that's the hardest thing I've ever had to
Right.
do in my life.
I love my girlfriend. She's amazing. But I have learned patience tremendously this past year
Yeah.
being with her.
You have, and shout out to Avery though. Like
she's great. Like I said, I'm not dogging her at all. But like when you cohabitate life with someone, and then now like fast forward, we're living together. It's just a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
and you just have to learn again. And like Weston said, there's those triggers that come up, and like a lot of triggers started to come up like immediately when we were just moving in, that came up from like the last time I had lived with my significant other.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I
There it
can't go
is.
back down the same path again, because I
Right.
was. I was
Yes.
starting to speak differently and interact differently and get elevated and frustrated. And it's my way is the best way, and it's like, whoa, okay,
So
this
good.
didn't work before.
Yes.
So let's slow down.
That's
Let's
good.
reevaluate. I have some triggers. You
Yeah.
have some triggers.
Yeah.
Let's not press our buttons.
That's good.
Because
Or be willing to go through the trench with each other. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
If you were like, Avery, here's my trigger. Will you work with this? Will you work on this with me? Like,
Yeah.
I want to grow through this. I want to be a part of this. Is that something you're willing to take on with me?
Yeah.
That's a gangster team.
Yeah, it is.
yeah, and she always is, which is why she's so
Yeah,
amazing.
no,
It's
and
growth.
amazing. Like, shout out to Avery. Like, I was going to mention this earlier in the episode. Like, we were talking about patience, and Avery actually popped into my mind. Because I'm like, and then it goes back to doing something she hated, not enjoying that, seeing her dive into something she's passionate about.
Yeah.
And I've seen this whole nother, sunflower rise. Like, I saw this the other day. It's like a gardener is not designed to grow the plant. It's to protect everything that doesn't grow the plant.
Ooh, that's good.
And I feel like you've done that really good for Avery. It's
Yeah.
like you've helped her and shaped her into what she needs to grow herself with versus like grow her.
Well, I think it's like, and to use the flower analogies, like you go to the Lowe's or whatever and you get like a packet of seeds, right? And you see what the flower is going to look like. And like that's what I saw on Avery's. Like I knew what she was going to bloom into.
Yeah.
It was just a matter of like nurturing her, like you said, and protecting her in a way that helps her get to that point.
Yeah.
And so now to see her like finally kind of blossoming into like
Herself.
herself,
Yeah.
which I
Best
knew
version.
I knew who she was.
So good.
She just wasn't stepping into it and being honest with herself like we talked about. And so now to see that, it's just like it's an incredible feeling.
Yeah.
It's a bit of relief for me too.
Yeah. That's
And
good.
it taught me a pretty big lesson about patience.
That's
Yeah,
along the
I
way.
don't know if I got that same amount of patience.
I think you do. Like I said, it depends on the person. Like
well,
there's gonna
I
be
think it comes back to my version of love, man. Like, to me, like love is giving your heart to someone knowing they're going to break it.
they can break it.
Yeah.
They're going to break it.
Well,
Well,
They're going to
Well,
break it regardless.
they're not gonna meet your expectation is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because we put an expectation on people that it doesn't belong there. Like we bring in these expectations, and
Right.
they're not gonna meet them.
And that's what I'm
Right.
saying. They're gonna break your heart at some point down the
Yes.
line. Like they're gonna hurt you, and then you're still down to stand in the furnace next to them.
Yeah.
Like,
That's growth.
and
That's
then
growth.
taking their feelings over yours. Like, I feel like you've done a really good job of that.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, Avery's got to learn this. I'm just gonna step aside. I'm still gonna be here for her. Versus, but here's a hot seat. 8?
8.
Okay, and we're almost done anyway. I feel like accountability is a big factor these days. Here's the struggle that I think modern dating is you're a leader. You want women want a man to lead.
Yeah.
But they're also not in a space where they're ready to let go of the things they're doing and have the accountability for you to lead. And I don't know if you know this space, but it's a tough one.
That's an interesting way.
Like,
of
you want me to
phrasing it.
lead, you want me to take these responsibilities, but whenever I do hold you accountable, shit explodes.
there's a lot to unpack there.
That's an interesting.
That's a
statement.
whole podcast.
That
I-
is.
I don't know
told
if
you, hot seat.
I don't know if I can ride with that statement because, and let me tell you why. Like, I don't think.
You're not in modern dating right now.
Well, I'm just saying when you're talking about accountability, like when you meet someone and you guys are falling in love with each other, it's not about I'm gonna hold you accountable. Like that's not what they're not looking for someone to hold them accountable. Like if that's the case, they will go find a coach.
Well, I'm saying like no, as a male leading.
As a leader, but so leading is submitting. Leading is submitting. and
So
it's,
if Chris has a very logical reason why this is safe, I'm going to protect you. I'm going to take care of you.
Sure.
Are you going to let me lead, or are we going to have conflict because not there yet? That's a very crazy
it's
thing.
an interesting statement.
That's where patience comes in.
Yeah, and I will say that the definition of leadership, like, is different in relationship. Leadership to me is influence. Period. What you're talking about is being a spiritual leader in a family, and when you're a spiritual leader, you're laying your life down for your mate. period, end of story. What does lay your life down mean? It means lay your life down. Your preference dies, theirs rises. So it's a really different way to look at relationships, but that is true. Like when you talk about, and then you start to lead that way, you sacrifice, all of a sudden they fall in line. Why do they fall in line? They fall in line because you're more about them and their happiness, their peace, their joy than your own.
But
So
that's the thing I'm explaining to you. That's the scary part. Is like you can provide all those things, but unfortunately, guys have been terrible in relationships
agree.
where it's created women to be felt like they're being manipulated into
Agree.
purposely having his thing. So then what happens is there's this
a rub.
conflict
That's
where
right.
like Chris could have the most amazing outlook on, hey, let's do this together. I want this for you. Like boom, 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 and let him lead and be his safe place and have financial security and have those different things. But if he has a situation where he's, hey, we're not going to do this, that's the struggle.
Well, and I think that starts to become easier with trust, as they trust you because they know that you have their best interest in mind.
But what if he's
versus
already
yours.
proved the trust?
That's the proving of the trust only happens from their point of view. The mate, the counterpart, the female, their timeline on trust and what breaks trust, something that you do could break trust early in a relationship. So it's this constant, like consistent.
So like decision making as a man. Say, hey, we're gonna do this.
This is, bro.
This is
like,
a whole nother podcast.
This is a whole other
Yeah.
I know we
podcast.
don't got much time. So is there any other questions we want to ask for? How much time we got?
Like we got to close it out.
All right. We have one more question or no?
Not we need to close it.
Yeah.
Or we have to get new batteries.
What is it?
I don't know. It's like 5. It's gonna
5?
It's
It's
gonna
dead.
die. We're not.
So
gonna,
right, we'll
what's
just make it-
one
we'll make it
thing?
real quick.
What's one thing that you want to leave the audience with right now? Some piece of wisdom that you think would benefit anybody hearing from you.
Go ahead, Al.
I got one.
Go ahead.
If you haven't talked to Al, you need to DM him right now. Just go talk to Al. He'll help change your life.
That's funny. That's good. For me, it's ask for help. It's ask for help. Like if you think you can do it on your own with your thought process, good luck. It'll only take you so far.
Yeah. What you got?
Be strong and courageous.
Be strong and courageous, baby. That's the identity.
Yeah.
God says it. It's got to be true.
I'm right there with you. I think
Love it,
mine
man.
is find your people.
Yeah, man. Find your people.
That's it.
I
So,
love it.
well, guys, this is a long podcast. We're at 2 hours and 21 minutes with one of our greatest, amazing mentors, uncles, father figure, best friend. You mean keep going, Al? I'll keep going.
Keep going, dog.
All the family
D1
members.
baseball player, huge heart.
Average baseball player. Yes, man.
Anyways, guys, we love this. We enjoy this. Stay tuned for the next person, and we'll catch you soon. Chris, you got anything to say?
Keep going, guys. Keep going.
Find your people. And what was your last thing?
My last thing is ask for help, man.
Ask for help. There we go. We'll catch you on the next one, and this will be a part 2 coming soon.
Peace.
Yeah.